Vice Chancellor ma'am, may I have your permission to begin with the orientation?
Oh, yes, Urvashi. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good morning to everyone here today. I, Urvashi Nandajog, on behalf of IILM University, take the privilege to welcome you all to Orientation Day 1 for the undergraduate incoming batch of 2020. Students, parents, faculty, and staff members join us on this joyous occasion. As we all adapt to the new normal, we have designed a 2-day virtual orientation program with care so that you can still experience all that IILM University has to offer. In these 2 days, you will be introduced and acclimatized to the university, faculty and staff members, the processes, academic and non-academic interventions that will shape the future for you. All this to welcome you as a part of the IILM Big family. Without further ado, let's begin the program on an auspicious note with the Saraswati Vandana. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in on this auspicious occasion. As promised, we are here to make your experience as real as possible. And so we have brought the campus closer to you through a virtual campus tour that we'll be showing to you right now. Here, we give you a glimpse into our centrally located, lush green campus, its infrastructure, the IILM residences, and of course, the vibrant campus life. Take a look.
Hello students, welcome to IILM University. Begin your journey of learning, hope, fulfillment and excitement. We look forward to see you in campus and in classes soon as the COVID-19 pass away. Till then, happy learning on a virtual mode.
Now, wasn't that exciting? The campus does await your presence, as do we. With that, we move forward. And to tell you, your journey at IILM is going to be filled with a lot of experiences and inspiring ones, as I may say. With that, I would like to introduce you to our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sujata Shahi. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce ma'am to you. Ma'am has been with IILM University since the past 15 years and has an overall of 30 years of experience in the industry. With a PhD in psychology, ma'am is a professor of organizational behavior and human resources and has a keen interest in analyzing the behavioral aspects of employees in organizations. She has published various research papers in this area, including those in consumer behavior, perception about retail sector, and upcoming HR trends of this field. Ma'am has conducted management development training programs for corporate executives coming from organizations like Alcatel, IBM, TI Auto, just to name a few. May I now request you, ma'am, to address our students.
Thank you, Urvashi, for the introduction. A very warm good morning to everyone. Mr. Dinesh Joshi, Head Corporate Communications, HP Media, Ms. Jasrita Dheer, Head Brand Marketing and CSR, Fortis Healthcare Group, Dr. Aishman, Director Undergraduate Program, Dr. Vidisha, Dean Undergraduate Program, parents, colleagues, and my dear students. I would like to start by wishing you and your families my personal best for your health, safety in these difficult times. On behalf of the IILM family, I extend a very warm welcome to each one of you to IILM University, a place to call your own and your home for the next 3 years. At IILM University, we are focused on providing an exceptional undergraduate education for all our students, whether you are enrolled in professional schools or our programs in liberal arts. Today, you are making your first step in a journey of several years. Here, several years means your professional life also. In this new normal, where technology comes up as a blessing, apps like Microsoft Teams, Google Classroom, G Suite, WhatsApp, etc. are playing a vital role in keeping the learning afloat in a fruitful manner. Keeping your safety as our utmost priority, we at IILM would ensure your foundation years to be as experiential as it would have been on campus. Your years at IILM are very important for all of us. While you are here, we encourage you to strike a healthy balance between your academic activities and your enjoyment of the rich sporting and cultural opportunities that the university offers. The IILM University puts the student at the center of everything. It does. Your experience here at IILM and your success is important to each and every member of staff who works here, starting from me to faculty members to non-teaching like your program office, your admission, everyone is willing to support you in your journey. Little bit I would like to inform you about IILM University, capitalizing on IILM's 25 plus year of history and experience in responsible higher education. IILM University Gurugram is anchored in the philosophy of liberal education with a focus on technology. And you know, importance of both, how technology is working right now and integrated with all aspects, all facets of our life, and the liberal education, which gives you a different platform to think, different platform to take decision. These are certain aspects you are getting from liberal education. IILM University's liberal education gives you the flexibility, knowledge, and wisdom to pursue your passion. At the same time, it empowers you to deal with diversity, change, complexity, which are bringing you closer to your personal and professional goals. You know, the achievement of our vision, global, inclusive, and responsible, relies on attracting and connecting high quality students like you, academicians like our faculty members, researchers, and partners. Partners means industry, connect, and the people who are passionate about knowledge, learning, discovery, creativity, and making a positive impact in the world. We will continue to invest in our efforts to enrich your creativity and enhance your critical thinking to enable you to embrace new ideas, which are important right now in this dynamic world, and values which will help find smart solutions to our regional and global issues. As the world and future of work changes, we don't know what will exist after 5 years, what kind of jobs, we are not aware, but we will continue to build on our enviable reputation for a fusion of innovation, creativity, and technology, precisely the characteristics that make us and our graduates sought after by global industry. Being a part of responsible management education, IILM University aims to give students knowledge, skills, values to become responsible and responsive leaders with moral and ethical values. Apart from your learning, it's very important being a part of society, what we would like to contribute to the society. That is why IILM is giving focus on responsible and responsive leaders. You could be a good leader in your professional life, in your organization, but here we will train you how to contribute to your society which belongs to you. In the course of your studentship, we shall ensure that you are exposed to all the skills that you will require to function productively in competitive and challenging global environment. And you know, we cannot do all of this without your participation and support. I'm not taking much of your time because our faculty members, our experts, they are here to share their ideas and views with you all. So with these remarks, I wish you the most fulfilling and rewarding experience at IIM University. Keep learning, contributing, and connecting for your good future and better world. At last, as per Albert Einstein, learning is an quote, learning is an experience. Everything else is just information, unquote. Thank you. Once again, thank you. Welcome to IIM University and all the best for your future endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspirational and words of wisdom, as I would say. Our students would definitely be silently from their rooms and from their houses be applauding, I'm sure. The virtual applause, as we call it. In this fast-paced world, like Pam already mentioned, paradigms are shifting and they are impacting organizations and its people. To give you an insight into mega trends and future of work, we have with us our first speaker, Mr. Dinesh Joshi. He's the head corporate communications at Hewlett-Packard. He has been associated with HP in India since April 2016 and has spent over almost 2 decades, wow, almost 2 decades in newsroom of leading media houses such as the Hindustan Times and Zee News as reporter and executive producer. Sir has also worked as media and crisis communication expert with leading public relations agency Burson Marsteller in India. Mr. Joshi comes with an in-depth understanding of key economic sectors such as consumer technology, information technology, banking and finance, infrastructure, power, stock markets and aviation. In the past, he has worked as Vice President, Corporate Communications with Yes Bank. Sir, it's an honor to have you here today. May I request you to address our audience?
Thanks, Urvashi, and it's a pleasure for me to be interacting with such a young crowd. And I sincerely want to thank Dr. Sujata Sahi for giving me this opportunity to engage and know and chat with this group of young audience. I feel that it's mutually benefiting for for me and hopefully for the students who are starting their session with IILM, which is it's a premier institute, because it's like we share our thoughts and views and learn from each other. I don't believe that I am in a position to give anything, or it's like sharing of thoughts. And so I would like to keep my like 30 minutes very interactive. And once again, I thank all of you to giving me this opportunity to interact and engage and hear from you more. And I would like to speak less, but I will try to share, talk about few things. And I would like also to thank Nandan Best for all the coordination in such a short time. So before I start my insights about future of work, what I would like to do is kind of share my thoughts or my experience, what I have gained over a period of like two decades in the field of media and in the corporate communication, the crisis, and how I have seen the world changing in last few years. And this just change has been very rapid. And the biggest change that I'm seeing, not only in India, across the world, is that the demographics in our workplace is changing very fast. Today, in India, the average retiral age is around 58, 60. But in other countries like Southeast Asian countries, somewhere it is like 65, somewhere it is 70. So depending on that age, what we are seeing, it's a massive change in demography. We are seeing in some cases like 4 to 5 generation of people working in the same workplace. So that's a massive shift. And what we see going forward is that that we will have like 70% of this workforce would be comprising of Gen Zs, which is a age band of like say 18 to 24, and the millennials that we call is like say 25 to 40 kind of an age band. That is going to be your core workforce. What is driving this kind of a change is the rapid urbanization that we call as the second major trend happening. If you see in Asia, there are like very few cities which in barring few in China. There's a lot of churn happening from rural or small towns to urban cities. Uh, and what is it is leading is creation of mega cities, the cities which has population more than 10 million, which is around more than 1 crore. So what we see that this trend will continue. And why it is relevant for you to know, it is, I'm just not throwing any numbers at you. Why I want to help you understand that how it is going to impact you. Right now, if we see India has like say Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, Bangalore, or say Chennai as the mega cities, and the upcoming ones are Hyderabad and Ahmedabad. We see that there will be a lot more consolidation of these mega cities, and more mega cities would be created. And what it will change? It will change the way you work, the way our offices function, the way our workplaces are evolving. And that is what will also change the nature of employment and jobs you will get going forward. What we see that because of this rapid urbanization, now we are seeing and realizing in last 1 decade, there's a lot of traffic issues. There's a higher cost of real estate. There's a higher time that we have been spending on roads. But I think that is where the companies are also adjusting their workforce orientation and their workplaces also. So this is also impacting the workplace nature of workplaces that we have. And the third and the most important thing is that there will be a massive focus on the gig economy, or the people who are working on the gig economy format. What we mean by the gig economy is something that the people don't want a full kind of a full-time kind of a job. They want to specialize on something, and they want to follow that. Suppose someone is a creator, he is a photographer. He is doing that as a passion, and he's not working with one organization. He might be working with five like publications or organizations, and earning more than what a one job can give it to you. So similarly, there can be different, like say someone who is a legal expert in a law, he might be working as an independent counsel. uh, Similarly, there can be other genres and the areas of expertise where people are moving towards more and more the gig economy model. And as our workforce is more and more getting younger, they want to work from the places of their comfort. They want to use more and more of technology, and they will be open to have roles which are not binding, so they will look for multiple roles. So what I would like to suggest here is that you should change the way you probably think, because these are your initial years of the, or it's a most critical in your transition from a student to a working professional in few years. And this is the time when you have to start setting your expectations right. You should be open to see how the world around you is changing, how the jobs are getting changed, the nature of jobs. So just to give you some examples, like we interact with a lot of corporates, and because of this COVID thing, uh, the lot of conversation that is happening right now is that people are not or the companies are not looking to invest too much on the commercial real estate, and they are more keen to invest on people, their training, and the technology they will use. So these are the three pillars, and what it will drive, and that they want to allow that freedom to their employees to work from anywhere. They can work from a cafe, they can work from their home, and they are. And I think when we will go back to the post-COVID scenario, I'm not sure I'm going back to my old office where I used to go 5 days a week for the whole day. I might go for social engagement with my colleagues. Rest of the work I can do from anywhere. I can just go to Starbucks, sit there for a couple of hours, have my external meetings, and come back to my place. Don't go to office. Don't need to see my boss's face every day. So that's the thing, and that's a real scenario. I might go and meet few people in my office once in a week, and that will actually change uh, the way our office sizes are. And also the HRs, we had some conversation internally, and some of the HR groups that are working on this post-COVID scenario, they are saying that we are open to hire people who are uh, who are working on a short project or for a hourly basis. Say if you want to invest 10 hours with HP going forward in a week, we are good, and rest of the time you can enjoy, or you can work for any other organization which doesn't have any conflicting interest. That's a massive shift that will happen, because you are working now. Right now I am committed to one organization, I work full time there. But the more and more the things evolve, I think this contract hourly kind of a workplace scenario or organization scenario is going to evolve. So we should be ready. My suggestion would be that we should be open to use more and more of technology that enables us to understand and learn from whatever sources we can learn, and be dynamic in our approach. In my career, uh, I was started as a journalist. I started as a print journalist, then I moved to the broadcast side, then I moved to an agency comms role, then I worked in a bank, and now I'm working with a technology company. So my suggestion to the young audience would be, try to learn the skills that you can. Uh, a career or a job is not the end of your learning curve. That is the start of your learning curve. I remember my first day in Times of India, Lucknow, when I went there. And from there, I had to start my learning process. That was the day when I started having the practical learning in an organization, and whatever I learned in my initial days, I apply those learning and experience throughout, and then you keep on compiling your experience and gaining more experience, and then you apply that experience to other organization. So what I'm saying that you should be open to learn. Don't uh, don't just get fixated that you are a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer or an architect. That kind of trend that we used to hear happening in US, that one person has suddenly changed. I know a banker who became a homeopathy doctor in UK recently. So people are learning, they are changing their tracks, and the education, right kind of education that help you do that. Even if you get a job after a few years, don't feel that you are done with it. Assume that this is just a start, and if you want to explore something, you do that. I have a person in my team who is a communication professional, but he is a wildlife photographer also. Half of the time he is missing, and whenever he is missing, he is either found in Ranthambore or Corbett. So that's what I'm saying, that he is, and at some point of time he can become a full-fledged wildlife photographer. So this is how the things are changing these days. The change is the only constant. That's the mantra that we have. The organizations are changing. The roles you will get going forward will be different from what your parents got. First, when I started as a professional, I was I used to wonder that how my father went to the same office for 35 years, and I felt that I did the right thing, changing jobs after 3-4 years. Now I am seeing a situation when a person will work for 4 organizations simultaneously. So imagine from a situation where one person used to work 35 years in one organization, going to the same office. If it's not in a government organization, getting transferred, people were very keen to not leave their places. If you talk to someone in your elder in your family, there are people who invest a lot of energy not to change their workplace. To the generation where I say that I am in a middle path of it, that where we change like after 3-4 years. If someone says that I have spent 5 years, someone will say that you stayed too long in that corporate. So the trend is that you usually stay, like I know people who have a 8-quarter plan in an organization, 12-quarter plan, 20-quarter plan. So people started talking about stay in an organization in terms of quarters rather than years. Now I would say that we are moving in a direction where we will have hourly plan for a professional. So build on your skills. You will spend 2 hours with X company, 4 hours with X company, and you will get remunerated accordingly. So that's the economy or the workplaces and organizations going forward. And it is not happening because of someone is keen to do a charity with the workforce. What I understand, this is the most economical model for the companies. The companies are also looking to optimize the resources that they have. And I want to give you the other side of the picture. I'm not saying that I'm telling you what is happening, but I also want to tell you that why it is happening. They don't want to have the liability of people who can be used for, like, say, productively for 2 hours in a day. They want to give you back your personal time and have the most optimum time. A lot of people say that when I go to office for 8 hours, my most productive hours are 3 to 4 years. The companies are smarter than us. So they want you to remain focused for those 3 to 4 years and go back to your place, whatever you want to do. Don't do that long coffee sessions or smoke sessions. in the corridor or in the if you come to this cyber city where I work, you see half of the workforce is standing and smoking. I don't have any issues with that, but that's how that's the non-productive part for the organization. So they want to cut it. They want to be efficient with their workforce. They want to optimize the money, the resources on which they are investing, and they want to give you back your time. And then you can, it's up to you how you want to gainfully utilize that time. So in my closing comment, I would suggest that you read a lot about what is happening across the world. The roles you will get will not be restricted within India. Uh, Going forward, a lot of the roles are becoming global in nature. If you work for a banking organization, you will be traveling to different parts of the world. If you are a IT professional, or you are a law professional, you will go and work in. If you are a management graduate, you will work and work for the companies who have presence not only in one country, in multiple countries. So you will travel a lot. So keep enriching your learnings, keep enriching your experience, and open to ideas. That's how the startup sentiment is, or the startup economy is picking up. The gig economy will pick up, and don't be restricted. It's an era of freedom, I would say. And the more informed and well exposed you are through virtual world or through direct engagement, the better you will do in your careers. And with these words, I would like to thank the faculty members and the students for giving me this opportunity for this interaction. And I wish all of you very best for your careers ahead. And I'm very happy to take any questions that you want to ask me. I will try to answer that as honestly as I know. I'm not a person who will be I don't follow protocols. It's as simple as this. So you can ask me anything, any questions, because it's our responsibility to respond, tell you the truth. So with this, I'm happy to take any question that you want to ask me.
All right, so students, you know the drill. There is a chat box here, as well as a raise of hand option. If you wish, you can also unmute yourself. We would love to see you and hear you directly.
I think the students have this opportunity to interact with the people who are directly working on the front line and are there to guide us through in our career. So you guys have a wonderful opportunity to have a chat with our esteemed guest. We look forward towards your questions, and go ahead, ask what you feel, that how your career is going to shape, and how are you going to work forward. And you'll get straight answers from the people who are right now in the center of corporate world. Please go ahead and ask your questions.
So like sir rightly mentioned, students are discovering their passion and going for diverse areas of interest while also pursuing their profession. I'm sure a lot of you have also displayed the same during your pre-orientation session. So would anybody like to talk about that? I think we're shy.
No, it usually takes few minutes, and actually the first person is the most difficult thing to break, and after that the floodgates open. So, I don't believe that I explain things so easily that no one will have a question.
So we have a question
Okay.
that's popped in the chat box. So we just go through it. This is Soumit Nath. And he asks, hi, do you have a roadmap for the whole scenario, the online scenario?
So honestly, if you ask me, no one has. Even the US president will not have. He started saying that if they have 1 lakh casualties in US, he'll be happy. Now I think they have crossed 2 lakh. The situation is so dynamic now. For last 3 days, stock markets across the globes are falling because there's a fear of second wave of COVID. And that's the most disturbing phenomena, because what we are seeing in UK, there are rising number of cases. India, Brazil, and US were already doing very high on numbers. So this, what it worries is that unless until we have an effective vaccine, I don't think this anyone can predict. If anyone is predicting or assuming that he can actually predict, I don't think he is in the best position. All the predictions for 2020 have gone wrong. So don't mess with 2020. That's my. And if you think that the worst is behind you, I think you stand to be corrected. That's my sense. That's my individual opinion. But I think the researchers are spending a lot of time and energy and effort across the globe to find that vaccine. And unless until we have that, uh, now we don't know how long it will take to actually take it to the 7 billion people across the world. It's not going to, and who knows that there will not be another virus. Like the people who are discovering these viruses, they can come up with something. So you create a vaccine for COVID-19, there can be XYZ21. So that's what I'm saying. So now people will have to adapt to this situation. I'm not sure whether I will go back to my office again. I'm not sure. And in what form?
That is true, sir. So I have a question, if you don't mind me asking. Okay. So, sir, what advice would you give to our students in terms of contributions that they can make towards society at large, and keeping into mind the unprecedented times that we're all in currently?
I think one can contribute individually in three ways. One is that first you take care of yourself. If you are doing well for yourself, you are doing well professionally, you are doing you are financially independent, then you are one that as a unit in your country or as an individual in your family, you are doing well for everyone. And then you are not dependent. So one, that you have taken off the burden of someone else taking care of you. So first take care of yourself. And then once you are stable, then only you can actually help others. And that is when you are stable, you are doing well, then you should look around you and find people whom you can help with learning. Second is skilling. I feel that learning and actually enabling someone to uplearn and upskill, these are the two biggest contributions that one can make to the people and the society. So if we are fortunate to have our parents, like in my case, like supporting us in terms of education and our skill, there are people around you who are not that fortunate. So try to help them learn, uplearn, skill, and upskill.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I am Jyotishmay. With your permission, I would like to ask you about the opportunities that will be created in the small towns, because as you know, currently, just we have said that right now that the infrastructure is not that of a problem matter. That big infrastructure does not matters. So it will be people that the company would be investing. So how it will affect the economy of the small towns? Because I think that the people living in small towns won't have to go to big cities for work. They would be able to work from there.
Exactly, that's exactly, Jyotirmay, is what is happening right now. Where I live in a condo in Gurgaon, and we used to have a lot of professionals who used to either live independently and share a 4-bedroom or 3-bedroom kind of a flat. Now what has happened, because everyone is working from home, they have all vacated their flats. If they don't have much of the assets or the furniture or stuff, they have taken it back because they don't want to pay high rentals. They have gone back to their parents. They have gone back to small towns, and that is where I'm saying that if you are tech enabled, then you can work from anywhere. This virtual, otherwise I would have spent, if I had to take this session, I had to come driving 30 minutes to your institute, talk to you guys physically, and then go back, spend another 30 minutes. Now it's back to back. I had taken a call yesterday, like just half an hour before that, and I'll move into another call. What is happening now, this will change the way people are working. The companies are not willing to invest in the high commercial spaces in Gurgaon, Bombay, or Lower Parel, or tech parks. They are saying that employees can work from anywhere, and this will actually help small towns having more opportunities. People will work there. If you are working there, if you're working from a town, whatever money you are getting, you will spend there. You will go to the market there. You will eat there. You will party there. You will go for a shopping mall there. So that everything will go back faster there. All this infrastructure development will also happen there. So I think this is become more even in terms of the gap that we have currently in terms of the infrastructure development in big cities and smaller cities. However, I continue to believe that because certain roles will be there in the bigger cities, the shift will continue. There will be a migration and a reverse migration, both happening simultaneously. You will come here, you will migrate from tier 3 to a tier 1 and probably go back after you settle down, because you need a network also. Everything you can do, but you can't network virtually. That's what I feel. So if you would like to invest few years in a big town, build your network. Even if you want to do as a independent professional, you need to have a network, people who know you. Only LinkedIn is not going to help. You need to have a physical conversation and a connect with the people. So there will be a migration and a reverse migration, both happening simultaneously. At a younger age, you might like to come to a small city, explore, enjoy parties at a pubs there here, and spend network with professionals. And then after spending few years, you might, when you feel that you are confident, you have learned a lot of skills, you might go back and settle at a place which is economically more viable and you are technologically enabled to take up that roles.
Right, sir. We have another question here by Satvik, and he's asking, how should one grab the skill for any job related to technology, which will help society, and what can be given then in return?
So, so technology in itself is a very broad term. Everything today is related to technology. In today's world, we can't say that. So whether you are into manufacturing, you are into IT, technology at times like is perceived only with information technology. I would widen this thing, and anything that enables or makes a life easy for someone is a technology. That's the wide definition for me of technology. And whatever you are doing, if you are into like people say fintech, financial technology, if you are a financial professional, you are enabling how people can use financial management through technology. You are a fintech professional. You can make people learn how to invest better, how to make money, and how you can build a small corpus for yourself at the age of 30, so that you can be financially independent and choose things that you want to do. In terms of giving back to society, I think, as I said earlier, first, take care of yourself. Consolidate your own career and finances. Save some money, because there will be situations if you are working as an independent professional where you will need that corpus. in today's scenario, a lot of people are not getting the contracts or the work that they used to get. Take a film industry, take it independent, like even the people who are into photography. Now there are no wedding happenings. I'm telling you, because we are into printing businesses also, large format digital printing. None of that is happening. There are no parties, no weddings, no functions. So the photography industry, just giving an example, is completely, like say, even 5% left. So there will be these difficult times. So when you go forward, one thing I would always like to suggest the young generation, that don't invest or don't spend whatever you earn. Always save 20% of whatever you are earning. You assume that you're only earning 80 rupees if you're earning 100. That will that's the financial independence. That will enable your financial independence and allow you the freedom to change your careers or fund your career transition whenever you want to. That's a very practical, it's not written anywhere in any book, so that's what I'm telling you, that save money. What the trend that we see in this current generation, that whatever they are earning, they are spending that's not the right strategy in my view.
Certainly enlightening, sir. I think that answers most of the questions that we have here. Thank you so much for giving some time for all of our students and being here today. Yes, virtually as it may be, but it was truly a delight to have heard you. And thank you so much, sir. Have a good day.
Thanks everyone. Thanks Dr. Shahi. Thanks Nandan. Thanks Uroshi. And thanks to the faculty members and so many students who had showed the patience to here to be. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
So with that, as sir rightly mentioned, we are in a situation which are completely unprecedented, of course, as it may be. However, since the last few months, we have adjusted to this new normal. And our next speaker, Ms. Jasrita Dheer, is taking us into the future from where we are today, as she talks about the post-COVID landscape. Sounds positive, isn't it? The roadmap.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was wonderful listening into the earlier speaker, because I think what Dinesh was talking about makes for a perfect segue for me to, start addressing everyone. So first of all, a very good morning to all the students, all the faculty members. Thank you to IIL University for inviting me, and Nandan, as always, to be very kind and send an invitation. As the MC just spoke about, I'm here to talk to you guys about the post-COVID landscape, and also what does it require to excel and succeed in the new normal. We've heard this phrase a number of times, the new normal, the new normal. And the truth is that the world, as we have known it so far, is changing. If you heard the WHO chief, it's very clear that the virus is here to stay. Till the vaccine comes, or even after the vaccine comes for some time, it might not leave the virus pool. It might just become a part of the viral pool, pretty much like HIV has. So in a world, where contagiousness is going to be a concern, where traveling long distances is going to be a concern, where remote teaching, remote learning is going to become a way of life, where masks and social distancing is going to be the new mantra, not a short-time fad. In that sort of a landscape, what does it take to excel and to succeed? So there are two parts to it. First, what does it landscape look like? And second, what does it take to excel and succeed? And, interestingly, what does it mean for you, all of you, who brimming with energy, positivity, and hope are looking at starting, your higher education and choosing what you want to be. So with that, I'll start with Arundhati Roy, who's an author, her quote from this book. She's written a book called The Pandemic is a Portal. And she writes that historically, pandemics have forced humans to break with the past and imagine their world anew. This one is no different. It's a portal. It's like a portal, which it's a gateway between one world and the next. So think of it like that. And your generation is very uniquely poised. Your generation is at the cusp of it, which has seen the world before that, pretty much in their senses, and now is ushering in the new era. Okay, so that's, I talk about my generation, I'm Generation X, and I talk about my generation, we were the 90s kids. Some of you were not even born or just about to be born at that time. We were the 90s kids, and I talk about our generation, Generation X, as being a very interesting generation because we saw the pre-liberalization India, pre-1992, and we saw the post-liberalization India. So in that sense of the word, you, the millennials, the Gen Z, is also very, very interestingly poised because you know the world pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. Of course, we are living during pandemic. So the post-COVID-19 landscape, as far as I'm concerned, can be categorized in 4 major trends. The first trend, and I'm sure that word is coming out of your ears, you must have heard it a number of times, is rise of the digital economy and digital behavior. And it should not come as any surprise to the Gen Z, which is you, millennials and Gen Z, because you are to the manner digital born in a way that we weren't. None of your teachers, none of your faculty members, parents, or the ones who are addressing you today, but you are to the manner digital born. So, this trend is something that all of you would take like fish to water. There's a McKinsey study which was tabled in July 2020. The study was done during the period of the lockdown, the worldwide lockdown, and it was tabled in July 2020. And that study says that we, both on the brand side as well as on the consumer side, have vaulted 5 years forward in our digital transformation in just a matter of 8 weeks. 8 weeks of the lockdown. So the pandemic, if you look at like they say, every black cloud has a silver lining. If you look at the positive side of it, if you look at the brighter side of it, the pandemic has ushered in an era of digital transformation, accelerated it in a way which no other force earlier could. Digital India, this, that, whatever, were very small steps in that direction. But what the pandemic has done, and worldwide, with one broad sweeping brush and one fell swoop, is vaulted us 5 years forward, which no other force could. So like I said, this has accelerated the pace of digital transformation. There's further expansion in e-commerce, and there's an increase in the pace of adoption of telemedicine, telehealth, video conferencing, online teaching, and online learning. Like today, we are addressing you, through the online medium. And that is going to there to stay. So that is the first trend. That's what the post-COVID landscape looks like. The second trend that I wanted to talk about is that, and that flows from the first one, is that remote working and remote learning is here to stay. So the classrooms, as you have known, earlier, are going to change certainly for some time, right? And that is also good in a way, while obviously one knows about that there is no substitute to face-to-face learning and face-to-face contact. But on the brighter side, it dissolves the boundaries. People could be anywhere. If they cannot come and stay in a big city, in a place like Delhi NCR, where the costs are high, there is no impediment to the learning today. Today, you don't have to be physically here. So those boundaries which are dissolving is all very good. The third trend is about deglobalization. Again, as I talk about my generation, we saw globalization happening. We spoke for decades, at least, for the trend of a borderless world, a borderless world to live in. But here, today, there is a deglobalization happening with the supply chains being disrupted during the period of the pandemic, and with this rise of nationalism, of my nation first approach, that is all going to force businesses inevitably to localize their business operations, to manufacture local, to produce local, to provide local, so that the supply chains are not disrupted like earlier, where people are left high and dry and then figuring what to do should there be another pandemic. And last but not the least, in the post-COVID landscape, is the important thing is resilience and sustainability. Resilience has always been an underrated but a very important virtue. And only the most resilient nations, the most resilient companies, the most resilient individuals are going to be survived. This is Darwinian theory, which you read, survival of the fittest in its modern avatar. So what we spoke about and learned about in the theory of evolution of the fittest is, if I could add the word to it, which is of the most resilient, fit and resilient, and sustainability. We have, the earlier trend that I spoke about, which is grow local, produce local, provide local, stock local, buy and provide local. This is all also linked to sustainability, because how do you make your, because how do you make your operations sustainable? Businesses take a lot from environment, and today's generation, again, the millennials, Gen Z, with the global warming happening, everyone cares about, and they must and they should, about what's the carbon footprint that they're leaving behind on the planet. So solutions have to be sustainable for the sake of business, for the sake of consumers, but also for the sake of the planet that we have to leave behind for the future generations, your future generations, right? That's what the post-COVID landscape looks like. And to, thrive in this, to game or to ace this landscape, to excel in this world, one needs to inculcate certain skills, which are of course linked with, if that's the landscape, if that is what the lay of the land is, if there is so much of digital transformation and acceleration happening, it's no brainer that digital skills would be required, to excel and to succeed. The second is cognitive skills. The third are social and emotional skills. I'll explain each one of these. And the fourth are adaptability and resilience skills. If you see, this is all flowing, this is all linked. There is a bridge into the landscape to what it needs to succeed, right? In the digital, you have to expand the ability to operate at a pace in a fully digital or digitized environment, right? That's what it is required. Earlier, you could say companies were plotted, if this is a digital continuum, somewhere on that digital continuum. But in the post-COVID landscape, you have to operate at pace and at scale in a fully digitized environment. Those are the kind of skills which would be required. And like I said, for this generation, it is not difficult because you're to the man a digital one, fortunately. The second is, for the cognitive skills which are required for redesign and innovation, because, all problem solving requires is a change of design thinking. And I'll come to it in a bit, because I think there are some design students as well who are coming into this group, amongst others. So, office spaces would require redesign, how we work, how we deliver, how malls are stocked, how purchase journeys are. Everything will have to be redesigned. And that requires creativity and innovation. And therefore, cognitive skills are going to be important. The third are social and emotional skills, which is to ensure effective collaboration, management, and self-expression. That's the third area. And the fourth area, like I mentioned, is adaptability and resilience to thrive during COVID-19 aftershocks and beyond, because like I began my address saying that this is not going away anytime soon. There is a wave of reinfections happening. There could be a second, pandemic in the making. This is not naysaying. This is not pessimistic talk. This is just being prepared for disruption. We have been disrupted in a way that we've never been disrupted, at least not for 100 years. The way the world was disrupted like this by a health pandemic was the Spanish flu in 1918, which was a century ago. And now we, with the way, whether it's climate change or with the way that the virus pool has altered, we have to be prepared for the next generation. So adaptability and resilience, these are the skills which all of you need to inculcate, or you need to amp up, on these to be able to thrive in that. I was told when Nandan called me that students from various streams are coming here and deciding, and I was told that you're from, psychology, business administration, design, BTech, BTech students, and law, some of the few that I was told, maybe there are more. And I wanted to say that, each one must be thinking from their vantage point. What's in it for me? Have I chosen the right stream? Am I making the right choice, etc.? And think about it. I just wanted to reassure you and leave you with this message. And with that, I'll end my address. Is, for those who have taken up psychology, we have seen in this pandemic, there is a physical side, which we all know what it does to the lungs and what it does to your immune system. I've been reading those numbers about how many people infected, how many people recovered, how many people dead. But there is no count of the number of people who are impacted by the mental health issues because of the pandemic. And come to think of it, almost everyone is impacted. Students are impacted, young students are meant, even you are, but I was talking about younger students who don't know why they can't go and play, why they can't, be in the play school. Sports persons are impacted till the time that they were not able to go out and practice. Okay, today we learn about the IPL and other games that people, players who are in these bubbles, the health bubbles that have been created by bubbles, it's not healthy beyond a point, and it does take a toll on their mental health. Homemakers are impacted because their work has quadrupled. Working professionals such as I and your faculty members are impacted because suddenly you have to manage home, work, and a whole lot of other things. And there is this forced incarceration that you cannot sort of, at least in the short to mid-term, break out of. Elderly are impacted. Those whose care has been disrupted has been impacted. So the point that I'm trying to make is that the mental health impact of the pandemic is far higher and far reaching in numbers and impact than the physical remnants of this pandemic. And therefore, people who are taking up psychology as a stream, many people say that the next pandemic is actually going to be a mental health pandemic. WHO has said that mental health diseases, have to be given the same place under the sun, the same impetus and the same emphasis as physical health diseases. So to the psychologists, I say, the world needs you, the country needs you. So you've chosen the right stream. To those who've taken up management, as a stream, I would say, we've just been talking, everything that we've been talking about is about management, whether it is innovation, creativity, redesigning, etc. So therefore, management professionals also with the new skill set, with reskilling, with upskilling, with cross-skilling, their skill sets would be in demand. Design thinking, as I was saying earlier, what is design? Design is just a process of solving problems. You say there is a problem. Okay, I would come up with a solution. And what's that solution? That solution involves design thinking. And God knows that we have a lot of problems to solve at this point in time. So the design and the design thinking students also have a very bright future and application. BTech, the ones who've, thinking of BTech. Well, the world is going to be ruled by techies, okay? It's no longer consumer, it's consumer tech. It's no longer health, it's health tech. It's no longer agriculture sector, it's agri-tech. It's no longer finance, it is fintech. And I can go on and on and on and on. Okay, so techies, you're going to rule the world, right? So you have a plethora of options to choose from. So yes, you'll be ruling the roost for some time. And law, new governance, and new law enforcement issues with the way that the world are changes, the geopolitical forces are changes, the whole subtext of the economies is changing, will require new interpretation of the law, new laws to be made and new laws to be enforced. So I think each one of you, and maybe some that I might not know of, do have a very bright future. You've chosen one of the good institutes to sort of, go ahead and make your mark. You have a dedicated faculty here, which is dedicated to making a difference to your lives and to enriching your futures. And I wish you nothing but the very best. Thank you. And any questions, I'm willing to take.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Wasn't that inspiring? Students, any questions, raise up hands, and the chat box is open. in case anybody wants to ask. But before that, ma'am, just going by what you were saying all this while, and also to understand, since you've been in the hospitality, healthcare, and media industry for the longest time, how did cause-based marketing or purpose-led communication strike your attention, and how do you believe that the students can contribute to this in this coming times?
Right. See, marketing, advertising, communication, at the end of the day, this is something which, if you start earlier with when it was the phase of product-based marketing, etc., is that you employ all these skill sets to be able to market a product or a service. Cause-based marketing or purpose-led communication or cause-vertising, as they say, is nothing else but saying that if you can put all these skill sets to use for a social good, for a social cause, that you need to bring it to attention. And I think that should concern everyone, because if we can put our skill sets to good use, then why not? If we can bring an attention to a social ill or a social environmental cause and make a difference, there is nothing more gratifying than that. So that's what I feel. As far as the students are concerned, like I said, choose brands which are environmentally conscious, which are socially conscious. Okay, do not choose brands, which are, let's say, either racist, in their communication, etc., or which are not moving with the trend, which means which are not thinking of buying locally, producing locally, sourcing locally, which are not ethical, which are not as transparent about their supply chain processes, about who are the people that they employ in their shops, right? It's underage children, or who their brands who in the manufacturing process involve people who are differently abled, right? So I think, there's a plethora of things that you can, in a world like ours, in a country like ours, which is the size of a continent, every cause is a worthy cause. Any cause that resonates with you, go beyond, make it your business to understand that the brands that you buy and the brands that you consume, whether they have a position on it or not, whether it is environment, whether it is gender diversity, inclusion, whatever it is, climate change, if they have a favorable position, put your weight behind it, right? Because nothing works like economics at the end of the day, because doing well by doing good, this is what this theory is. So help those brands do well by doing good. That's what all of these students can do.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Certainly some tips and information that our students would be able to carry forward in their undergraduate journey. But other than that, ma'am, it gives me immense pleasure to also know that you have been credited with lending the brand not just for Fortis Healthcare, but also for the other brands that you've been working with for Procter & Gamble, and then Radisson, Max Healthcare in your past experience. And also to say that you have also won the winner of 15 plus prestigious awards, including Effie's India and APAC finalist, for the donation and #MoreToGive campaign.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So it was a pleasure to have you here, ma'am. And I hope our students have learned a lot. While they may be shy right now, I'm sure they do have questions and are uploading virtually from their own homes and their own spaces.
Right. Thank you. If there are any questions, happy to write to me on LinkedIn, my social handles, and I'll be happy to engage with them. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So with that, we move on to the next aspect of your undergraduate journey, the freedom to explore your passion. Yes, I'm talking about liberal education. Allow me to introduce you to Dr. Ayushman Gupta, Director of our undergraduate programs and Professor in the area of marketing and entrepreneurship at IILM University. Dr. Gupta has over 26 years of working experience and has held CXO leadership roles, leading Indian and global markets. Skilled in professional and entrepreneurial styles, Sir has a focus on transformational leadership, disruptive innovation, skill management, leveraging uncertainty for defined growth, customer acquisition and retention across diverse industries. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Urvashi, and a very, very warm welcome to all our students. I guess it's been a day which has begun very interestingly. And as what our Vice Chancellor had mentioned, and guests, the keynote speakers are highlighting, the world is certainly changing, so all of you are today a part of a world which is definitely not like parents and people have seen before. So, students, one, we are very delighted to see each one of you, because each one of you we have literally seen, handpicked, chosen, interviewed, and realized that each one of you has something very distinct, something very unique in order to make a difference. So this is what we would want to initiate you all in, that in our style of education, you will come across various subjects, various streams. You learn courses in management, in design, in psychology, in finance, in journalism, in law, and all these courses will help you evolve your thought process. So liberal education, to make it very simple, is discovery of knowledge. We will help you expand your minds, where as you expand your knowledge, you start learning to join the dots. You start connecting on things which are important. You start being able to distinguish between aspects which make a difference to the immediate problem, and also start thinking out of the box. Our liberal education process is multidisciplinary, because you will learn across disciplines. It is called a choice based credit system. So, one of the things you'll get introduced to when you study in the undergraduate program is a credit. Each course is a credit, and you will have to earn as many credits to qualify to be awarded a degree. But the advantage you have is you can choose the credits of the papers that you want to undergo, which also means that because you are all in your formative years and all of you are eager to take on the world, and the world is waiting for your skills to really explode, you are given the opportunity at IILM that in the first year you understand subjects, you learn subjects, you are free to sit in a class of a subject other than what you have chosen. So if you've chosen management, we would encourage you, if you want to sit in communications, journalism, design, psychology, and also get a view on those subjects. We don't charge you anything for that. We encourage you rather, if you have the time, to learn those subjects. And if in the first year you feel that there is some other subject that is your calling and you want to shift to a different stream, we would definitely encourage you. We have a concept of a major and a minor. So what it means is there is a subject that you actually from second year onwards start focusing on, and there are certain papers as minors which you study from different schools. So after the first year, we encourage you to change. Our style of teaching, there's another term you will come across very often, is pedagogy. So a lot of people pronounce as pedagogy or pedagogy. So I still try and juggle as to which one is the right pronunciation, but for sake of today's conversation, I'll say pedagogy. So pedagogy actually means the way we will teach you, or the way we will want all of you to learn along with us. We will learn from you. What it means is that your learning is going to be experiential, which means you will hear from people who have lived through it, through the experts like you are hearing people today. It also means your learning will be with organizations through live projects. You will be given assignments, you will be given projects where you will have to start thinking out of the box. You will have to start working with people. You will have to start thinking of solutions which can get created. Maybe we haven't even thought of those solutions. More importantly, we will want you to be human beings and individuals who learn from a very giving aspect. So after your first year, all of you will be required to do an NGO internship, which will be for few weeks, could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks, because working with an NGO will enable a softer humanitarian side to your thought process. So post the second year, you'll have something called a summer internship, which means you'll be working with an organization. It could be an entrepreneurship. It could be an organization where you learn. However, at the center of everything, as a vice chancellor said in the morning, is the student. Each one of you is extremely important to us. Each one of you will be a name to us. So you will not be a number, you will be a name, and you will be free to approach any of the faculties wherever you think you can gain knowledge or you feel comfortable to connect. So we would want you to learn from everyone, be encouraged, and most importantly, as everyone has been mentioning since the morning, technology has become the central point of all learning, which means you have to be connected, you have to be adept, and most importantly, you have to keep your cameras on, right? Now the reason you keep your cameras on is because we like to see you, we would want you to see us, and more importantly, you will also be able to learn that how expressions make a lot of difference. So because each of you will be learning in this journey, there is one thing that we would want to tell you is, do not worry about what your success is or success is not. Make yourself into an excellent human being. Try and give your best, and over the journey you will learn. There will be some successes and there will be times when you find the going a little tough, but that's fine, because even if it's tough, we are watching your back and we'll be with you. We will definitely not let you be alone, and you will be all along in the journey to learn how to walk, how to run, and thereafter how to fly. Because as we say, freedom to pursue your passion is what we want to talk about, and we want you to discover your passion. And in the process, there are a lot of times we discover our own passions talking along with you. So, I won't take too much of your time, but I would want to end with some few lines with Swami Vivekananda said. He said that youth is the best time of life, because this is the time which you utilize to discover yourself. And this is the time when you decide how the rest of your life is. So he also said to end, you are the creator of your destiny. And at IILM, we just help you along the journey. So let's look forward to the journey, and we would love walking along with you. So thank you so much, and welcome to IILM. And Urvashi, over to you. And once again, students, welcome, because we love each of you being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you for telling the students to put their videos on as well.
Oh, yes, it is a lovely thing to see them smile. I see one of them is singing quite a lot, so I hope you get the person in the talent activity. I have noted the name of the person. I'll tell you offline.
Perfect, sir, perfect. Yes, we have a talent activity coming up today, and I'm sure a lot of you will be interacting with each other. But in the meantime, we are excited to introduce you to our faculty members who have been eagerly waiting for your presence. And like Sir said, when the going gets tough, they are the ones who will be supporting you, guiding you all the way around. Right? So without much time taken, I will be introducing you. First of all, as you all had already met, Dr. Ayushman Sir. Sir is the Director of the Undergraduate Programs and Professor in the area of Marketing and Entrepreneurship. We move on to introducing you to Professor Rituparna Vats. Ma'am, shout out to you, please.
Yeah, hi Urvashi, thank you. I'm a professor for HR and communication. Been in IILM for about a couple of years, and prior to that, I've been in the industry for about 20 plus years. I'm so glad to be here, and would expect you to have a wonderful 3 years at IILM, and maybe 4 years for design students. So all the best for that. Thank you.
And 5 years for law, ma'am.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have with us next Dr. Vidisha Vyas. Ma'am, are you here?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to IILM University. We are very excited and glad to have you with us. We are eagerly looking forward to each one of the faculty to see you in the classroom so that we can interact more often. We are there to guide you personally and professionally all the time. I, Dr. Vidisha Vyas, I am Professor of Economics and International Business at IILM University. You will be seeing me in the class as well very soon. And out of the class also, I will always be available to resolve your queries academically or non-academically too. We look forward that we all together have a happy learning environment, though virtually we have to begin in the new times which we are seeing as of now. But very soon we will be meeting face to face also on the campus. Till then, let's connect it via technology, since it is becoming actually an indispensable and integrated part of our entire ecosystem. Feel free to connect with me anytime on WhatsApp or also on phone call or via MS Teams. I'm available for you on all the platforms. Welcome to IILM University. Let's begin and learn together. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Vitisha ma'am. With that, I'd like to introduce you to Professor Sangeeta Sumli ma'am. Ma'am, a shout out to you.
I think Sangeeta just went out for the class. So.
Right, a lot of our faculty members are in classes at the moment, so I'll proceed to the next faculty member, which I see over here, Dr. Tripti Thoor. Ma'am has been instrumental in getting the orientation on point and scheduling the same for all of you. Ma'am, over to you. Ma'am, you're on mute.
Yeah. Thank you, Urvashi, for that introduction. And I guess I'm a familiar face. We've met a couple of times in the past 1 month during the various fun activities that we've been doing together. So some familiarity I have, and you also are familiar with me so far, I guess. But it's always a pleasure introducing oneself to the students. So dear students, a very good morning. And I'm Dr. Tripti Bajpai Thoor, a professor in OB, HR and Strategy. And I have been teaching students like you for about 13 years now. And before that, for 15 years, I was in the industry in the core IT sector. So I really look forward to having you all in the classes, and let's have some good time together. Thank you, Urvashi.
Certainly, ma'am. I'm sure our students are looking forward to your classes. Thank you so much. We have with us Professor Keetika Malhotra. Ma'am, I can see you.
Good morning, students. As Urvashi introduced me, I am Professor Keetika Malhotra. I am in the area of accounting and finance, and I've been associated with the IILM family for like almost close to 11 years now. I must share with you that you all are in an era where you have a plethora of opportunities, on your way. Right. So I believe that let us together ensure that we have exceptional learning and teaching experience together. So it's not a one way, it's a cycle between you as a learner and me as a facilitator. So no more we are teachers, we are facilitators, and we have, a lot of opportunities lying ahead to facilitate this teaching learning process. So I wish that we are going to have exceptional experience during next 3, 4, or 5 years of your stay with us, your association with us during the programs that you will be doing. And all the very best for the start of this new journey in your life. So it's a change for you as well from your schooling to your college life. So I hope that we are going to have good times together, have great learning together, and I'll be meeting you soon as well during our accounting course. Sorry. So we'll be meeting soon during the accounting 1 course, which we'll be starting soon in, October 1st week onwards during the semester 1, especially the BBA BCom students. And welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Keetika ma'am. We now introduce you to Dr. Sona Vikas. Ma'am, we're so glad to have you here. You can unmute.
Yeah. Very good morning, everyone. It's a very, very heartening sight to see all our youngsters today here on one platform. I am Dr. Sona Vikas, working in the area of HR and OB, working for the last 21 years now. It's been a pleasure to be associated with IILM for more than 3 years. I sincerely hope that all of you can use your next 3 years very fruitfully to not only explore yourselves, but also enhance and develop yourselves. I'm sure you're going to have an exciting journey here at IILM, and I wish you all the very best. Please reach out to any of us at any point of time in case you so may require. All the best.
Thank you, Sona ma'am. Professor Harman Mangat. Harman ma'am is also taking care of clubs and societies at IILM University. Ma'am, over to you. Ma'am, unmute please.
Thank you, Urvashi. Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to the new academic session at IILM University. Myself, Professor Harman Mangat, and I have almost 15 years of experience in the education sector in the field of information technology. So, as Urvashi ma'am mentioned, apart from teaching, I also take care of the smooth functioning of the clubs and societies at the university. Looking forward to everyone having an exciting educational journey that will surely be full of rewarding experiences at IILM University. All the best to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Harman ma'am. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Radhika Madan. Ma'am has been with IILM for the longest time. Ma'am, so happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, Urvashi. It's a pleasure to see you also. And as usual, you're doing a fabulous job, Urvashi. So let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Radhika Madan. And as Urvashi rightly said, that I have been associated with IILM for the longest time. So it's been over 15 years that I have a teaching experience. And I've seen so many batches come in and come out. And it's a pleasure to see all of you today. And to begin with, a very warm virtual welcome to all of you. And I'm sure very soon we are going to be seeing you in campus and physically meet you, interact with you, which is going to be much more fun. But nevertheless, till the time we can't, I think as the guest speakers have already said that we need to adjust to the new normal, as we call it. And I would think that more than us teaching you, we are going to learn so much from you. Because one of the speakers rightly said that we fast forwarded ourselves so rapidly. Within 8 weeks, we've covered a span of 5 years, which is into technology and digital age. And we seem to be a little redundant. And I'm sure your generation is much more into digital era. So I think it's going to be a give and take relationship between you and all of us. So we have to learn so much from you. So it's going to be a learning, mutual learning, a two-way learning process that's going to happen. So many things we'll learn from you, and mutually you're going to learn from us too. So nevertheless, a very warm welcome once again, and I'm going to see you very soon in campus, off campus, online mode. And I teach marketing and I teach communication. So anytime you want to reach out to us, you're most welcome to do that. Thanks, Urvashi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have with us Professor Pankaj.
Urvashi, you're on mute.
Oops. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Radhika, ma'am. So with that, we move on to...
Urvashi, we can't hear you.
We can hear Urvashi.
We can hear Urvashi. I guess.
Have a plan B ready. Is that okay?
Yeah. Clear.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, may I introduce Professor Pampush Gulati, ma'am? Pampush, ma'am, your ma'am is in the area of media and communication. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you so much, Urvashi. Good morning, everyone. A very, very warm welcome. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all in the new academic year. I'm program coordinator for journalism, media, and communications at IILM University. With over 15 years of corporate experience, academics is a very new foray for me, which I'm really enjoying because that's probably been my innate passion to be in academics and, to facilitate. Because I agree with what Professor Kirtika had to say, that more as teachers, I think we are now facilitators, facilitating your learning and facilitating our learning as well in turn. So please reach out to me, reach out to any of us. We're all approachable. The coordinates are there with you people. So, just reach out anytime for any queries and clarifications. We'll be more than glad to help you. And welcome you all on board. And we look forward to having you soon on the campus as well. Take care and have a great day ahead. Thanks, Urvashi.
Thank you, Pampush, ma'am. We now introduce you to Professor Nien Xiao. Ma'am is in the area of design and fashion. Ma'am, pleasure to have you here. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Urvashi. I'm really happy to be here today because we've been waiting for this for a very, very long time. Every passing week, we've been looking forward to the fun and the chaos and the confusion and the bit about interacting with all of you. So finally, here's the day, and we are here we perhaps will see you very soon face to face as well. But let me remind you all that, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And that's where we all are with you guys. You are here to begin on your life's journey with many more things to happen. You're going to find a lot of things which are exciting, a lot of fun things. You're going to find your true friends. But of course, it could also be very challenging. And the idea is to go through it together with us, with all of us, with your friends, with your family, and with us as a family too. So I am going to welcome you all to these, your journey of your education, your degree education. Design is going to be great fun too. Those of you who are design students, but let me tell you all that we all are here to sort of go through this COVID times together and look forward to seeing you perhaps very soon. So welcome once again. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Nian ma'am. We now introduce you to Professor Nidhi Gupta. Nidhi Gupta ma'am is also from the area of design and fashion. Ma'am, unmute yourself, please.
Hi, a very good morning to all of you. I am Professor Nidhi. As introduced, my core area is design. And I really look forward to meeting all of you in person actually. But till that time, I would request all the students to keep up their spirits high. Let this new normal really seep in, and we should be able to do the new form of blended learning, and let the design education actually be the change maker for many of us here. And it's amazing to have you guys here and interact with you, and let the spirits be high. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nidhi ma'am. May I now introduce you to Dr. Monica Sharma. Ma'am is in the area of psychology. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Urshi. Very good morning to all of you. I have interacted with a couple of you over the WhatsApp, and I'm not been around because of other works. So let me take a chance to welcome you all for the courses. I'm a faculty in psychology department, and I'll be taking courses as and when psychology comes across your way in our liberal education courses and through the main psychology programs. I have experience for 10 years in academics as well as in corporate. I'm looking forward to interact with you all over virtually. And as and when the things improve, then we meet in person. Really looking forward to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica ma'am. We now introduce you to Dr. Ramya. Ramya ma'am is again in the area of psychology. Shout out to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Urvashi. Thank you for that introduction. Hi, students. A very good morning to all of you. My name is Dr. Ramya Dwivedi. I'm a faculty with the Department of Psychology, and welcome you all to IILM University. And we are looking forward to have you all on board with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Dr. Megha Pushkarna, ma'am, I do see you. It's a pleasure to have you here. And it was a class.
Thank you, Urvashi. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, my colleagues and dear students. Wish you on to this beautiful journey you're going to be taking as students from the college. And of course, there's a bit of a, we would be happy to see you in person, meet you, interact with you. However, given the time that we are in, this is the best way to go forward. Learn a lot, ask a lot of questions, be curious. Try being very regular for your classes because it's important. Given the fact that they're going to be online classes, I'm sure there'll be a bit of a drop in the learning. However, I assure you from our faculty's end, we all will do whatever best we can to support you. Take care of yourselves. Try being on time. I come from clinical experience. I've been teaching for the last 2 years with IILM. The world needs people who are happy. World needs people who are committed to a cause. And we hope we can drive that cause. We hope we can be with you in this journey of finding yourselves, and wish you all the very best in your academic pursuit. Thank you so much. Thank you, Urvashi. Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you. We now introduce you to Professor Chavi Sood. Ma'am is in the area of law. Ma'am, shout out to you.
A very good morning to everyone. I welcome you all to new academic year, and it's a really pleasure to see you, everyone. Students from law must be knowing me, but yes, to other. Please feel free to reach out to every one of us, and we are really glad we are really glad to see you, everyone, right now. And thank you so much for all kind of a support, and thank you, and all the best for everyone.
We now introduce you to Dr. Amit Asthana. Sir is from the area of technology, School of Technology at IILM University. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Rushna. Good morning to all of you students, the new batch of the students in fresh mind, fresh energy. We welcome to all of the new students. The technology I would just want to share, don't miss the class. Even the practical is more important because company and industry needs the coder, best programmer and enthusiast to the best energetic person in the industry level. That's why don't miss the class as well as the practical. Be on time and keep in touch with IIM University as well as the coach of your concern. And thank you to all of you. Most welcome again. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit sir. We now introduce you to one of the key pillars, key support of the entire digital experience that you'll be having. And to give you an introduction, Mr. Vikram Sharma has been with IILM for a really long while. And like I said, he has been a strong support all through the online learning journey. Sir, can we have you, please?
So, very good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you. So, any of your technical difficulties, your email ID is not working, your Microsoft Office Teams account not working, or you want to learn something on IT or on digital marketing, feel free to contact me anytime you need to. Though I will not be teaching you anything as such, but I'm always there to help you on the technical front and also understanding the digital marketing stuff. So I won't take much of the time. We can move. Once again, a very warm welcome and thanks for joining us today.
Vikram sir, you will be teaching the most needed skill at the moment.
So yes, absolutely, ma'am. He will be for sure. And but thank you so much, sir, for being a strong support. And as I know you will be for the students as well. We have also with us the entire admission team that you have been interacting with all throughout this journey. I'm sure a lot of you have been connected with each one of them personally. And yes, definitely a big shout out to all of Shobit sir,
Urvashi, if someone is still logged in from the admission, we'll be happy that they could just say quick hi to our students so that they could remember, see the face also, whom they have been interacting over phone for quite a long time.
That's precisely why I introduced, ma'am. So starting off with, I can see Shobit sir. Sir, can I have your audio and video, please? Okay, I think sir is occupied. In the meantime, Rajat sir has been interacting with the admission team closely. Big shout out, sir, to you. All right, seems like everyone is occupied right now. Rahul sir is also over here, ma'am, and he primarily students. Rahul sir will be taking care of all your library needs as well as your academic documentations. Right, so someone that you will be going to on a regular basis for multiple purposes. Other than that, I'd like to first tell you that we have a lot of our faculty members currently occupied in classes, and so just to give you a quick brief, we have Dr. Amarjeet, ma'am is in the area of finance and accounting. She's also the director of the MBA program. Other than that, we have Dr. Saima Rizvi, Dr. Bindu Agarwal, Dr. Archana Mahamuni, Dr. Bhavna Pandey, Dr. Rachna Madan, Professor Mukesh Singh, Professor Avinash Gautam, just to name a few. If I miss out on anybody's names, please excuse me. Other than that, is any faculty left out who has joined in and has not been introduced? Not that I can see.
Then I'll take a minute to introduce Urvashi. So you are seeing her speaking so wonderfully since morning. I would say that we are really proud of Urvashi. She's our proud alumni who had been studied with her. She's working with us so well. and she has worked in various domains at IILM. She is our academic counselor. She and you many of you must have definitely interacted with her, and the way she interacts, it is like the warmth we feel with her. I hope you all have also felt the same warmth. Apart from that, you will be surprised, or are not knowing about it, that she is an amazing content writer. She makes wonderful brochures, and she has a great knack of social media. So many a times, if you believe that you are looking forward towards social media tips also, you can head towards Urvashi and say that how you do amazingly all these things, and you can be part of a team if you really want to learn. So technically, without being an intern, you can intern with her, and I hope she would going to teach you all the nuances passionately. Apart from that, I have known Urvashi also at times. She was in the classes too with us, and she wonderfully teaches many of the marketing concepts as well. And above all, you will be finding her in many actively involved in the clubs, especially culture and creative clubs. I hope that that's too close to Urvashi's heart. So Urvashi, it's been pleasure knowing you. The way you conduct the session is amazing, and since morning, we are just mesmerized the way you are doing the things. Thank you so much for doing this wonderful session for us today. Thank you, Urvashi.
It's a pleasure, ma'am. I am only overwhelmed by your words, but honestly, it's all because of IILM and the encouragement and the entire direction that we as students have got as an alumni, proud alumni, as well as an employee of IILM. So proud to be a part and a loyal part of IILM all through this journey. Thank you so much, ma'am. With that, I would like to tell you all, ma'am mentioned a couple of things here, which I'm going to pick up, which is going to be of key interest to all of the students. Number one, we have an activity planned for all of you. Yes, you are going to gain an opportunity to interact with all your peer mates, virtually of course, but I'm telling you, it's going to be absolutely exciting. With that being said, Dr. Sona Vikas, ma'am, you already met with her, just in this introduction. Ma'am will be taking care of it for today. But before that, we will be introducing you to how wonderfully, and like I said, the direction, the guidance that one gets at IILM University, how beautifully our faculty members, sort of interweave the entire web of, mentoring, learning, as well as making academics so much more fun, right? So with that, I would like to take you through this personal development program. Of course, we have with us Dr. Abha ma'am, who will be taking it. But before that, I'll just give you a quick brief. When it comes to dealing with your entire academic journey, please understand you are transitioning from school to college. And this entire transition is going to be a big, big milestone for you. So of course, during this entire journey, you need to have a lot of guidance, a lot of mentoring from the faculty members who are experts in their field, who will also be able to understand what your interests are, right? And guide you in the direction that you want to achieve, right? So with that said, our mentors, our coaches, as we would proudly call them now, are the ones who will be guiding you throughout this journey. The transition from school to college, of course, will be bridged by extracurricular as well as co-curricular activities. The academic sphere that you will be studying and the academic modules that you will be studying will help you get the technical knowledge, while this personal development will help you grow as an individual, both professionally as well as personally. So with that said, we have introduced you to this particular session, and for which we will be waiting for Dr. Abha ma'am to join in, and we will shortly be giving you an insight into the details.
So till the time Abha ma'am joins us, I guess Urvashi, she's right, maybe some technical glitch. In the meanwhile, Vikram sir, why don't we play them a beautiful video from the past year, just to show them the glimpses of college life and how students have been performing into extracurriculars for that's a video that we have compiled to show all of you that the various activities taken up in the university apart from studies. So just a glimpse for all of you from that, and post that we will even ask you guys once again to give your entries for the talent hunt that we are having tomorrow. So come forward and show your talent to everyone here. Till now we've received few entries, but we are looking forward to more of that. So you already have the link with you guys, so you just have to click on the link and register yourself for the same. And yes, Vikram sir, can we go ahead?
Now, wasn't that an exciting journey that we've already covered in this past year? Of course, students, like I said, the extracurricular activities are going to be extremely important for you. And like Harman ma'am is taking care of clubs and societies, we will soon be coming up with the entire list of the same tomorrow. But before that, like I said, we have a talent hunt scheduled for you. Registration links have been sent to you as well as the details. Of course, all of you who are interested in, let's say, I'm sure a lot of you would be into music, into dance. I did see a student sort of go a little, dancey when the music began. And so if in that case, if music is of interest to you, we do have a cultural society, cultural club, which takes care of music and dance primarily. Apart from that, we also have the writing club, the creativity club, which is our club where we look at all the aspiring writers, poets, also radio. That's fascinating for the journalism students, but also for the students from across different disciplines. Other than that, we have a whole lineup of academic and activity clubs that will help you engage yourself during your journey of your undergraduate program. But yes, like I said, throughout the journey, your faculty members will be an integral part of your grooming as well as your development. So with that, if I may, I would like to introduce Megha ma'am. Megha ma'am is here from the Department of Psychology. Ma'am, shout out to you. Megha Kochar ma'am. I did see her join in.
Megha ma'am, you're muted.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for introducing me. I welcome all of you to the program that adds a new dimension to your personality and development. And I'll be taking you through a journey where I'll be talking about this new program that is called the Personal Leadership Program. So the Personal Leadership Program is one program which will add a fresh dimension to your personality, wherein we will be focusing on various aspects of your personality, whether it is personal or professional. So taking you through the journey, before I begin, I would like Abha ma'am to give a brief introduction as to what the program encompasses in the future. Ma'am is there?
Yeah, she's there.
Yeah.
In the meantime, just to give you a brief, Dr. Abha Singh is the director of IILM's Center of Emotional Intelligence and also a professor of psychology and behavioral science at IILM. Ma'am has over 25 years of professional experience in teaching, training, research, psychometric testing, academic administration. Ma'am has also won several accolades in her field of interest. Such an honor to have ma'am as the lead over here for the Center of Emotional Intelligence. Ma'am will be guiding you regarding the PLP program. Ma'am, over to you. Ma'am, are you able to hear us?
Ma'am, your microphone seems to be not working.
No, ma'am, we can't hear you.
Ma'am, you're not audible.
No problem. So ma'am is asking you to
Okay, okay, fine. Fine, I'll take you through the wonderful journey, which is called wonderful journey of this particular program, which is called the Personal Leadership Program. This program, like I just mentioned, is an add-on to your overall development process. So taking you further as to what this program is all about. This program is a leadership program, which is basically going to transform your visions, your goals, your dreams into reality. What this program aims at, the objectives of this particular program is, during the process of this program, you will get to explore a lot of dimensions about your own personality. You'll get to know a lot of things about your own self. You'll get to explore various aspects of yourself as an individual, which you can apply in your personal as well as professional life. Be it building your interpersonal skills, developing your interpersonal behavior towards your colleagues, your peers, your subordinates, maybe your seniors. So it enriches you holistically in order for you to be successful as an individual when it comes to personal and a professional domain altogether. So our program basically aims at developing you holistically, one. Two, the personal leadership program also aims at providing you a learning experience wherein you'll get to understand yourself for sure, but you also get to understand people around you. So you're more perceptive about other people's thought process, and when you provide them what they don't ask for, right, it's an added advantage when you're skilled in such a way, and the PLP program provides you a platform of such a kind. Going further, the objective of PLP is also for you to apply effectiveness at workplace. Everyone has efficiency, we all are hardworking, but how many of us are effective? So effectiveness, results matter. So the platform provides you a lot of opportunities. Development process is designed in a way where you tend to be more effective in your work experience, in your dealings with people, promoting excellence at work. So whatever you plan to do, however you plan to do, you are setting a benchmark for yourself. You are a notch above than others in terms of quality of work that you produce. Going further, the objective also aims at developing you overall, your personality, right? We all have certain unique characteristics which are very symbolic of our personality, but a lot of us are not aware of them. So this particular program creates awareness that you have that unique skill. Tomorrow, you don't have to follow anybody else's leadership style. You'll be developing your own style and exploring. And this particular program provides you the best platform to explore that aspect of your personality, leading to personal as well as professional development. Going further, how you as an individual coming from different streams should relate to this program. So what is the purpose of the program? So the program is for different courses. So you might feel, how do I relate to this program? So let me tell you, whichever profession you might choose, what all experiences your courses might provide, ultimately application is on your personality and the people that you're dealing with. So your roots have to be very strong as an individual. So we focus on strengthening your roots when it comes to you as an individual. And yes, when you interact with a lot of people around you. So the main purpose of the personal leadership program is to use all your experiences that you will gain during the process of your undergraduation, all the experiences that you've already had before coming here, and how you can apply it to your personal development. And when you interact with maybe groups, teams, your colleagues, or maybe your classmates for doing group projects, there'll be a lot of pressures. How do you deal with adjustment? We find it very difficult to take certain decisions a lot of times. We have adjustment issues. So this particular program will help you deal with all those dimensions of your personality and create an environment which will be holistically a very developing one. Going ahead, this particular program is unlike any other course that you're studying in the university. This is not like a classroom session that you will have. So it's called a very interactive session. So when I talk about the PLP program, it's a personal leadership program. So there's no teaching happening over here. So there's no nothing that a teacher is going to conduct a session and you have to listen to her and follow her instructions. It's a sense of freedom that you are going to experience during this session, wherein you will be given, every student has a personal designated coach who's always there in partnership to guide you, to inspire you, to fulfill all the goals and aspirations that you have come up with when you have joined this particular university. So there's no teaching, there's only interaction. You have a coach to yourself. So throughout your course out here, you always have somebody who will always help you, inspire you, guide you, nurture you to take decisions. And it's totally experiential in nature. Nothing is theoretical here. You learn everything through experiences. We have a lot of group activities. We have a lot of self-directed activities. Overall, nurturing is a gradual process when you're part of the PLP program. It is a credit-based program, and the success is totally impossible without your enthusiasm and participation. So every student listening to me and getting oriented about this particular program has to understand that the success of this program is not possible without your enthusiasm, motivation, and participation, which we are looking forward for. Going ahead, how are the sessions conducted in this program? So you would be thinking, as to ma'am is saying, that it's all about interaction. So what is the interaction all about? How do we go ahead about this program? So throwing some light on how the sessions or the interaction is conducted, it is a very interactive session wherein all the students will be divided into certain groups. Every student has a personal coach, and the interaction is divided that in a month you meet for a group session, that is a virtual session. Till the time we are on a virtual mode, we meet for a group session which is approximately of an hour, where you interact with each other. We have group activities that are designed, which will help you deal with various aspects of group dynamics, whether it is team motivation, team cohesiveness, understanding each other, learning to build rapport with each other. So during this process of virtual group sessions, we'll be focusing on how we can be better team players and eventually learn the art of leading and taking responsibility while working in teams. So coming down our interaction, we will have one virtual group interaction wherein all of you will be divided in really small groups, and your coach will interact with you, and you'll make your own goals, you'll accomplish them, you'll set deadlines, you'll learn, in short, how to work in groups and teams and adapt yourself to work with others. So coaching, when it comes to group sessions, it is in this way. When it comes to one-on-one sessions, so in a month you do meet on virtual sessions wherein you meet your coach and discuss about group dynamics and group activities. And also there's personal attention given to each and every student. So your coach will talk to you every month one-on-one, wherein you can discuss, talk about, share your dilemmas, where your coach will inspire you, guide you to take your own decisions. She's just like a partner who's guiding you throughout the process. And there are a lot of things you cannot discuss on a group platform. So she's always there to guide you, inspire you, facilitate you on a one-on-one session, which can go to 30 to 40 minutes whenever you wish to. So the whole process of PLP is a very free process where you meet as per your convenience on a group platform where all of you interact in a group session, and you meet on a one-to-one also, maintaining the confidentiality of your interaction with the coach. So this process wherein we focus on individual coaching and also group coaching helps you develop the uniqueness in your personality. And when you're unique, you're different from others. And when you're different from others, you basically create a difference in whichever field you go, irrespective of any course that you are doing. So as a process of PLP, it's a beautiful journey where you'll explore a new facet of your personality each day, right? You'll be dealing with people of different personalities, people coming from different cultures, different experiences. Your adapting strategy is going to take a new turn altogether after your exposure to this particular program. So like I mentioned, this program is a combination of a lot of group activities which are not theoretical, very practical in nature. Then you have one-to-one activities also of self-development. Along with that, we have a beautiful journal that we'll share with you. It's known as a personal narrative journal, which is a snapshot of your inner self. So we'll shortly share that journal with every student, where you have to just be very free to express and write about yourself. This is a very confidential document that you will write about yourself. You don't want to share it with others. This will be just between you and your coach so that you can deal with your personal dilemmas and difficulties in life and emerge as a strong individual. So, like it is rightly said, that this particular program will explore every facet of your personality. And the only thing that you can change or improve about yourself is your own inner self. So we are only focusing on basically improving your inner self in order to you develop leadership qualities so that wherever you go, whichever field you opt to be, you are a success and a notch above from others. I wish you all the best and waiting for you to be part of this wonderful journey of learning and development. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can ask me. If you have any doubts, you can always raise as far as this program is concerned.
Can we request Abha ma'am also to address our students so that they could actually hear that how it is going to work for them for all these 3 to 5 years which they are staying with us. Abha ma'am, please say the words about it. Thank you so much.
Audible, Vikram?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Thank you. So happy Wednesday afternoon, this 23rd September 2020. Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Ayushman, Amarjeet, all fellow colleagues of IILM and new entrants of the UG program batch 2020. I welcome each and every student and also congratulate them for taking this important decision of their life of batch 2020 of UG program, BBA, BA Honors Psychology, B Design, BCom, Bachelors of Journalism, BTech, and BLLB. You have shown first step of leadership by taking decision. As a psychologist, as a behavioral scientist, I believe leadership means taking initiative and action. And the vision of IILM, if you know, that is global, inclusive, responsible. How we make students like that? This is the program, my dear students. You will be happy to know it is benchmarked with the international university, and we are inspired by that, and we have tried to tailor-make this program for you all, which is known as PLP and stands for Personal Leadership Program. This centers around personal leadership. As Megha rightly mentioned, personal leadership revolves around yourself. First dimension is self. Then interpersonal. Then is your communication. And this is how you are going to be coached on these three major dimensions of personality. And this process is not mentoring, not counseling. It is a process of coaching. That's the unique feature of this program. You must understand this. And that's why I'm here. I'm thankful to Dr. Sujata, PC ma'am, and Dr. Ayushman to invite me to orient you for this program, that how important and critical is our personal growth. If you ask me, with my experience more than 2 decades in this area, I have seen, and also the great leaders if I see, and personal experience I see, all success, whether it is personal and professional, mostly professional success, depends upon our personal skills. Whether it is Dhirubhai Ambani, whether it's Bill Gates, whatever field, even in law, even in psychology, all professional success is dependent, mind my words, my dear students, is dependent on our personal skills. Personal skills is leadership, personal skill is commitment, personal skill is passion, sincerity, responsibility, so on and so forth. I can go on giving you the list. Do we develop this in the classroom? Where do we develop these skills? So here is a program which brings you with a full understanding how to develop and have a growth trajectory in your professional life. So this personal leadership program is charted out in this manner so that you will never feel burdened that you have to attend class, you have to go for examination. I always believe that behavioral change cannot happen through examination. As a psychologist, I'm commenting, take my words, This is very important to understand. You have to go through the process of self-realization, self-awareness, which was discussed by Dr. Megha. Yourself is very important. Which class we teach in? They're all my elite faculty colleagues here of different branch of discipline. They're all elite in their own way. Which class we teach self? And I am the teacher who has been teaching in this course throughout my life, and which Shakespeare also mentioned, the most difficult class is to know thyself. And going to our, again, Indian mythology and Indian text, even Adi Sankaracharya in Vedanta has mentioned self-knowledge is the highest form of knowledge. So which program teaches us this? Which university teaches us this? So we are unique in this program, the way we impart through coaching process. I told you it's not mentoring, it is not counseling, it is coaching. Coaching, as you have seen, coaches in sports field, what they do? They just see your performance is at 3 level, they'll try to increase to the 4th level. It is your performance. They will not see here and there which person is doing what. They will see your potential. They will see your inherent potential, which our coaches, faculty coaches will try to discover and help you to make realize and accept and move on to the growth trajectory. This is the program which we are talking on, personal leadership program through coaching process. The process will be like that you will have your coach allotted to you, and then in a month you will have one group session. You will have a group of students, 6 in your team. You will know how to transform from group to team, and then you have your one-to-one session with your respective coaches. So all the details will be given to you, and so that you understand the process and the method, how we are going to conduct these courses, this course for all of you in all various programs of UG. Here, most important thing to understand is that you have to be very clear if you are talking about yourself. You can't project yourself. This is the place where you have to be realistic and you have to accept those facts about yourself so that you can talk to your coach in one-to-one session, because they will ask you for personal narrative. You have to submit personal narrative, which is a method of this program which will be given to you. And then you have 8 pages to write about yourself. See, we live our life. You must be aged, I think, 24, 23. If I ask anybody to speak on themselves, they just start and they stop. This program will prepare you how to talk on yourself when you go for interviews, whether for your job or for higher studies. This is very important that we should know what we are talking about ourselves. What are our strengths? What are our ways of improvement? I don't say weakness. It's just for, mostly people understand weakness, but I say strengths and way of improvement. And this coaching process will help you. What are the ways of improvement through one-to-one coaching and also group coaching? Why? Because when you are in group, suppose all of you are seeing right now and listening to me, I can see your faces. My faculty colleagues can observe you. They can give their analysis that this is how your behavior was. Though we are on virtual team right now, So when we come to one-to-one also, you will have this process of one-to-one session and group session. So this is the main method which we are going to follow in this PLP program. Most important thing I'd like to inform, whatever time I have left, that personality is the reason for our success or failure. Whether you accept it or not, my dear students, I must inform you scientifically, even Harvard Business Review has indicated that all predictors and indicators of success is our behavior, is our personality. And if I know that my personality is obstacle for me for my success, or it is a facilitator for me for my success, you have done your job as a professional student, whatever program you are studying. This is very important because all knowledges which you're going to gain from different discipline, it is very important that you know that what I am getting from my college, from my professors, from my teachers. So it's very important that my self-knowledge is very important and sound for my success and for my achievement in life. So this program is again to give you in the end what method we are going to follow and let you know, because you have just, your transition has come from school to college. So you are in transition phase right now. How this transit will be seamless with the college and university, that's very important for you to understand. So this leadership program will take you from transition to empowering you, to transforming you to be a successful professionals in your life. So this is the process which we are going to follow. First stage is for your transition stage. What are the problems which you are dealing with at your personal level, professional level, college, virtual platform? What all you want to learn from your teachers, professors, and coaches, that you have to take into consideration for your own personal growth. Another point I would like to add here, Stephen Covey model, everybody knows, you know, in a management group, and also for personal development, that's the best book we prescribe. He has given a model, that model has 3 levels. He says, we start our life from dependency. When child is born, child is dependent. He cannot walk. He has to look for a guidance, look for a support, assistance. Similarly, when you grow in life, the process, if the growth is of dependency mode. Then when you go to college, school, college, universities, you try to become independent. And your parents keeps on telling, and mentors and teachers, professors, that you have to stand on your feet. You know, that's a misleading conversation which we have with our children and our students. You know, you have to stand on your feet. That means you have to achieve professional success. That is the independent level. And that's where people get stuck. They don't go beyond this 2 level. And the 3rd level is interdependency. That's what Stephen Covey has talked about, 3 levels. This leadership program will take you to that 3rd level as well. That how to be interdependent upon each other, work in team, help each other, facilitate each other. Good leaders will always create leaders, not followers. I believe strongly. You have to create leader. For that, you have to be leader first. So this program will revolve around your skill, your trait, your interpersonal, your communication, and in the end will give you a leadership quality which is important in every walks of life. So in nutshell, I have tried to explain in detail. Also, we would like to go in when we have separate program for this, so that you really want any help, guidance, we will do that as well. Meanwhile, we'll send you all the details which will be sent from the university, so that you know what all you have to do and who are the coaches to be contacted. And I'm sure that you will really enjoy this program, because in personality, as a psychology professor, I can go on talking on personality, but I have to stop. In personality, it is said that it is a product of conditioning. Right? It is a product of conditioning. But now, through education, God has given another chance to give birth to our own personality. You can write your own script, rewrite your own script to be successful. And this is a program which will help you to rewrite your script and be successful in your life. This is the program where you have to have a collaborative approach with your coaches, with your colleagues, when you have group and team meeting, and we collaborate together to build your path of success. That's what this program is all about. So with this, I congratulate once again your parents and each and every student of various programs, as I mentioned, that this program will really give you an edge in this competitive world to aspire to achieve your goals in life, what you have decided and for which you have selected IILM portal. And I'm very hopeful that you will achieve this goal for yourself and for the college, university, and will be a success story. And we will remember, because your batch in times to come in the history of IILM will always be remembered as one of the most experimental and experiential batch learning on virtual platform in this global pandemic, batch 2020. So we'll never forget this batch. So this process of experimentation has already started. And this leadership program is the most experiential and experimental program which you will experience yourself. I pray for all of you for your success, and I'm hopeful that you will achieve all your dreams of your life. Pursue happiness, success will follow. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Abha ma'am. We're so glad to have heard you. Students are definitely inspired, and I'm sure it'll go a long way in their journey at the university. With that, like I said, there are a lot of aspirations, a lot of dreams that all of you come with. And of course, at IILM, we let you soar with those particular dreams, and we let those dreams come alive through our IILM Career Center. That's right. So we will now be introducing you to IILM's Career Center. That will help you understand where and what is it that you really want to sort of build your eyes on, sort of glue your eyes on as your career goal. We have with us Professor Sangeeta Sumbli ma'am, who will be taking it forward. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Urvashi. Good afternoon, everybody. We meet again. Yesterday, I had a lot of interesting interaction with all of you, wherein we discussed how the work environment is going to change in the post-COVID era. We also discussed, what were the skill sets we felt that we would need to, we will help you also acquire, which will help you move closer to whatever your dreams and aspirations are. Yesterday, many of you also met your alumni, your seniors rather, and who shared with you as to their first internship experience and how they thought it was different and what kind of great learnings they had. So today, what we will move towards essentially is to what is it that the college does to ensure that you are able to move closer to your dreams, achieve what you want to, and even more importantly, choose a career or a profession which is actually that will end up making you happy. So the Career Center essentially has a number of initiatives and activities which it conducts to help students know themselves better, as well as to reach from year one, which is really the year you really move in and you are just exploring yourself, to a stage wherein you get far more clarity and you are closer to what you want to do in your professional life. The way we have divided the list of our initiatives is that we say, okay, fine, in stage one, all our students need to discover yourself, discover your options. Now, what is that all about? Basically, we help you figure out what you like, what you aspire to do. What is it? What are the options available for you? Whether you want to consider employment, whether you want to be an entrepreneur, whether you want to be a professional, or whether you want to even move into a higher studies area, and that too in a stream which actually excites you. We expose you in the year one to the various different options you have, pathways you have, majors you can study in. So that is the part of discovering yourself. Then comes the part of getting more exposure, learning new skills. So at IILM, the Career Center, first and foremost, lets you interact with a lot of industry professionals who share with you what are the different streams and career options that are available for you. We further conduct a number of workshops which help you enhance your skills. What kind of skills? Yesterday we discussed a number of skills which many of you attended. Yesterday's session, many of you attended. The skills included, very important in current scenario, written and spoken communication skills. Skills which help you build your personality. Skills that actually ensure that you are able to add value to whatever streams you choose, whether it is adding knowledge based skills, or it is just personality skills, or it is ability to work in a team, have leadership skills. All those are the things we try and give you exposure, as well as ensure that you absorb it. Something which is also today very, very critical is the concept of being able to work online. Those are also skills, that need to be learned. Technology, aspects of technology that need to be learned. And further, to ensure that you get maximum exposure, we insist that a number of our students either work with NGOs in year one, or further as they move ahead, they work with, family businesses, they do internships, they do corporate internships in year one. These three options they have, and as they move ahead, they get to work with reputed organizations in year two. For example, this year, a number of our students have done internships with organizations like KPMG, ITC, Pepperfry, Vyomni. Also, a lot of them in year one, lot of youngsters have come and gone in for internships with startups, because they wanted to understand the grassroots level activity, how to do it. Many of them had aspirations to have their own startups. So that is what the bucket of getting exposure means. And those are the kind of initiatives we do to ensure that our student gets the relevant exposure. Third very important point is that you need to be able to communicate, share with the world what all your learnings are. That is what we put under the quadrant of tell your story. We believe that our students should be able to share whatever their skills are. In school, in early part of life, a lot of us are working towards improving our areas of weakness. Now you are in the stage to identify what are your strengths and just go and, enhance them, share them, and move ahead towards your professional career using those strengths, okay? So in your tell your story, we will tell you things like how to make a resume, how to network through online digital media like LinkedIn and other places. We will help you also for people who are interested in startups. We will help you, learn how to make a business plan, pitch. We have entrepreneurship cell wherein they will teach you all that. Over and above that, what you will also essentially learn is if you want to go for higher studies, how to enhance your profile. What are the things you can do? So for example, through the Career Center, this year, a lot of students actually ended up teaching a student from the underprivileged class, interacting with them for 6 weeks, which ensured that students from IILM got a broader vision, exposure to understand the lives of those people and also make an impact. When you do initiatives like this, not only does it enhance your resume for, say, if you want to go for any other further studies in a higher education of institute of repute, it also increases your exposure to the extent that as and when you decide to start working, you have far wider knowledge. You are not walking around with blinkers. I hope you know what blinkers are. You're not walking around with blinkers, but you actually know as to what exactly the broader picture of life is. And last not the least is our fourth bucket, wherein we ensure that by the time you reach your third year, you are extremely clear on what you want to do and you are ready for it. So for example, if you are applying for higher studies, we will help you ensure that your your profile is so enhanced. We have very nicely Dr. Abha ma'am and other people shared, we have PLP coaches, CDP coaches who will actually be guiding you, but we will ensure that lot of universities and education institutions would practically be sharing with you what kind of higher education options you have. Similarly, for your placements, all of you who are interested in placements, they would be able to get an opportunity to get placements depending obviously about whether you clear their selection criteria. You would be able to get placements, relevant placements in good organizations. And that is how we facilitate that our students actually move on to whatever they aspire and actually fulfill their potential, achieve their potential. And that is how the Career Center over the 3 years helps you become a more holistic individual, person with a lot of exposure and person who's really willing to move forward and make an impact in the world. Yeah. So this briefly tells you what Career Center is all about. And as we move ahead, I guess we will interact more often and we will be in a better position to, hold your hands and take you forward. Thank you, Urvashi. Urvashi, ma'am?
Sorry, ma'am, there was a technical glitch. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta ma'am. Truly something that our students will be coming back to you for, I'm sure, if not after the first semester, but definitely during the first semester. So ma'am, with that, I would like to take them through another exciting aspect of the morning. And believe you me, this afternoon is going to be filled with a lot of excitement for this next particular session. A lot of students have asked us about the talent hunt. I have put the link in the chat box for everybody's use. So you can have a look. In case you've not registered, you can do so right now, right after this, of course. But before that, I'm so excited to bring Dr. Sona Vikas back on. Ma'am will be taking over this particular exciting session to get to know, that will help you to get to know each other. And we're going to do it through some interesting tools that I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to let ma'am take over. Otherwise, I'll spill the beans and she won't like that. Ma'am, over to you.
Thanks, Urvashi. Thank you once again. So very good afternoon. And now, guys, it's time for you to talk. We have spoken enough since almost 2.5 hours now. And we want you to, get active. Put on your audio videos on. What we are going to do is what we have called it as picture persona. It means that, each of you is going to now showcase one picture that depicts a little more about you. In a sense, it could be a pet that you like, it could be your hobby, it could be your favorite food, it could be a favorite subject either in school or otherwise you have interest in. It could be your idol or role model, anything. So when you come and introduce yourself, and this is for everyone else, while you've had some nominal interactions with each other over the last almost 1 month, but I'm sure there is one aspect of your personality which nobody here knows. So it's very exciting. So for example, if I were to introduce myself, I would, say my name, which city I belong to, and then display the picture in the camera. So for example, if I say, I don't know how much of you can see, this is a picture of the Himalayas. If I were to introduce myself, I love traveling and I love going to the mountains. So I would introduce myself accordingly. So one by one, I'm going to call each of the students here, and you will have to switch on your audio video and share anything about yourself that you would want to say. So let's start. Are you all ready? I am assuming you're all ready. All right.
If there's any technical difficulty, please let us know.
So the first student who's going to be called here is Satvik Bhargav. Yes, Satvik, please. We cannot hear you. Your audio is not coming through.
We'll just have a look at it. Maybe we'll just have a look at it.
There is a glitch from your end because you are unmuted and yet your voice is not coming through. So just see if you want to check any of the settings. In the meanwhile, I'll go to Akrit Jain.
He can re-log in, I guess.
Akrit Jain.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon, Akrit.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this is a photo that I clicked. I really love to click some photos of the sky.
Wonderful. So you could tell us where you belong to. So your name, where you belong to, and your picture depicting yourself. So you could do that in that sequence.
Yeah, myself Akrit Jain, and I am from Delhi only. And I really love to click photos, and this is one of them.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you, Akrit. Let's move on. Satvik, are you back? Can you talk?
Ma'am, now
Yes,
now
you're
audible,
audible.
ma'am.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, my name is Satvik Bhargav. I'm from basically defense background. My father is basically in a military, Air Force. And I also love to travel because of this traveling job of my dad, that we have to go from one place to another and he has to serve there. And basically I'm from Lucknow myself. It's my hometown, but I'm now staying in Hyderabad. And things about me are like I love to swim, love to play badminton, football. In every sport, I like to play lot of things. Other than that, I used to do karate, which has been left from my 8th class, or sorry, 10th class because of the boards. And what else?
You show a picture which depicts any of these aspects. Do you have something with you ready?
Actually, ma'am, I don't have any other device to show you any picture, but from where I can show you, ma'am. There is no picture actually, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. Let's move on. Thank you. Arushi? Is Arushi there? Okay. Aman Sharma? Aman? Guys, you'll have to come up. We will not let you go like this.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Good afternoon, Aman. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Oh, wait a second. I got one picture of mine. Ma'am, this is that picture. I won a trophy for my school of football. Going King Trident, I won a football trophy in that. I was goalkeeper for that tournament.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
Not as such.
Okay. Thank you. Arushi, are you back? Would you like to introduce yourself now?
Yes, ma'am. So sorry, there was some technical glitch.
No worries.
So, my name is Arushi Sharma. I have enrolled myself for BBA program. So, apart from that, my favorite subject economics, and I love to eat pizzas. So, the picture I'm going to show is this one. This, if guys can see. So yeah, I just love eating pizzas, and most of my Insta stories or Snapchat stories are of pizza only. And otherwise, except for that, I love going to cafes, and I have like 5 friends of mine, out of which 2 are already there in this meeting. So yeah, that's it.
So how did you cope up during the pandemic without these pizzas?
To be very honest, I somehow convinced my mother to bake them for me. So yeah, homemade pizzas.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, let's move on to Aniket. Aniket? Aniket, you're there? Okay. We'll come back to Aniket. Anirudh Sharma?
Very good afternoon to all my respected teachers and warm wishes to all my fellow friends. I am Anirudh Sharma. I am from Pink City of India, that is Jaipur. Jaipur is a beautiful city of art, design and architecture. But I live in Gurgaon, which again a millennium city of India, and it is a technological hub as we all know. I have been brought up in art, architecture and technological environment. That's why I chose B Design course in IILM University. As far as my hobbies are concerned, I love music, strong admirer to beautiful cars, like to try new gadgets, like to explore new places. I'm a strong observer as I speak less. And my favorite subject in school were art, architecture and music. Thank you.
So what picture are you going to show us today?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So would you like to talk a little bit about this
Fashion
picture?
leaders here, ma'am.
Yeah, so you want to talk a little bit about it?
So, no, it's okay.
Okay, no problem. Fine, thank you. Let's go on to Ankush Yadav.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ankush. How are we going to know you guys if you don't come forward? Ankush, you're right there.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, my name is Ankush Yadav and I
Yes.
stay in Gurgaon. And that's not
फूट जाए यहाँ से
Ma'am, I'd like to show you the picture this one. The dogs
Okay.
one. Like I love my dogs and we have around 4 of them.
So you have pets yourself, or these are the ones which are
No,
around you?
they are at the farm. They are at the farm. Like we don't have them at home right now.
What are their names?
One's name is Tommy and another's name is Ruffy and one's name is Truffy.
Okay.
And another's one's name I can't pronounce right now.
No problem. Thank you. All the best. Okay, let's move on. Anmol Puri. Anmol.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Anmol. I have opted for the BGMC program. I am from Muzaffarnagar, Uttar Pradesh. I love to travel. I'm an automobile enthusiast, and there's a picture I like to show. Just a second. I love food, so here's a picture of a cheesecake. If you can see.
Yes, we are tempted also.
So,
Did
yeah.
you make this or?
No. This is
Okay.
an old picture. Yeah.
So where are you from?
I'm from Muzaffarnagar.
Okay, great. All the best.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank you. Aman Sharma. Aman.
Ma'am, I've already shown.
Okay. Bhavya Arora. Bhavya.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. We cannot hear you. You're on mute.
No, ma'am, it's not mute.
And now it is fine.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Myself, Bhavya, I have opted for the course BBA LLB.
Okay.
And I love traveling. Last year, I was in the hostel in Shimla for my 12th class. I love clicking pictures, and here is the picture that I clicked of the mountains, if you can see.
Yeah, very much. So you must be missing them now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I hope
Here
we
is the
can all travel.
Here is the another view from my room.
Very nice. This is from your room?
Hostel room, yes, ma'am.
Excellent.
Also, now I have joined this college with my two friends, Arushi Sharma and Ansh Gupta. We were in same school for few years.
Okay. So you're all going to have a good time together. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Arushi is already smiling and beaming. Wonderful. Good. But it should also not stop you from interacting with others. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay. Thank you, Bhavya. Let's move on to Dhruv. Dhruv Tiku.
Yep. Hello. So I know what to say. Okay. Okay, I'm an anarchist, love doing anarchy. Then I'm also a national level archer, but I left archery a long time ago because I got bored of it. That was a very stupid reason, but yes, I did that. Then I love edgy fashion, like I just absolutely love edgy fashion, and I love psychology. Like, oh my God, such a beautiful subject, like best subject out there. And then the pick, which I'll share, is this one. My friend actually made this for me on my birthday, like describing all the things that she thinks that I am. Like she's my best friend. And yep, that's it. That's my introduction, I guess.
Wonderful. I hope you have a great time at IILM to fulfill all
surely will.
your, learning and the desire that you have for your career. So all
I
the very
surely will.
best,
Thank
Dhruv.
you.
All the best. Okay, we'll move on to Disha now. Disha? Disha, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi ma'am, I'm Disha and I've opted for the course BJMC and I'm from Gurgaon. And yeah.
Is your video not on or I'm not able to see? I don't know.
Actually, ma'am, my connection is not that good, so I won't be able to switch my video on. Otherwise, the connection will be really bad. That's why.
Okay, fine. So you can tell us about yourself then.
Sure, ma'am, sure. And I also love traveling and I love acting. I've been into theater for about 2 years. And I recently did a workshop for about a month with New York Film Academy, Australia, on acting. And I also love to play instruments. I play the guitar and I love to sing. So yeah, that's me.
So which part of talent are you showcasing tomorrow?
But I'm not sure yet. So I think most probably acting because that's my main field. I love acting. That's my passion.
Wonderful. We look forward to the same.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Disha. Okay, Divya Acharya.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Divya and I stay in Bombay. And I love to draw any kind of art form. Like it can be like digital as well as like on paper. And I also love to travel and I play a little bit of badminton. Like I'm not a very serious player about like, I don't play professionally, but I enjoy playing it. And the picture I show is like, it's a sketch I made, but it's like my favorite band member, like a member of like my favorite band. And I also listen to like all kinds of music.
Okay, wonderful. So are you demonstrating anything tomorrow in the talent hunt?
I might showcase like a few of my drawings, if that's fun.
That's great. We look forward to. Please do that.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Divya. Let's move on. Harshita Keshri. Harshita?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
My name is Harshita.
You will be switching on your video?
Delhi, and I have done yoga on state level, taekwondo and gymnastics, and I do sketching and drawing too.
So what is it that you're showing us today?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this is a 3D drawing I made. These are fishes. This look 3D. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
So we'll welcome you to IILM and all the best for your journey ahead.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. We'll move on to Jayati now. Jayti?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I am Jayti Seth. I like to do skating. I love to travel to hill stations. I like to click pictures of nature. I will just show you.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you see it?
Just do it a little at the back, slightly at the back. Yeah, okay. So where is this?
It is of Kasoni.
Kasoli. Okay, wonderful. Anything else you want to add about yourself?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Can I now call Jyotishmoy? Jyotishmoy? Are you there?
I
Your
think
audio
he's
is
on
not
mute, so
working,
now
Jyotish.
we need to switch
Yeah,
on
okay.
his mic.
Yeah.
Jyotish, switch on your mic, please.
Mic is on. I think the speaker, something is a problem. We cannot hear you. No, we can't hear you. Not audible. Just
Am I
see
audible?
this. Yeah, now you are.
Uh,
Now you are.
Hello everyone, I'm Jyotishmoy. I'm from Gurugram. I have opted for BBA. I love to travel. I love to explore unknown destination. I love watching travel vlogs, and I love music and dance as well. I like to play cricket and football, and I'm a fan of a TV series called Shark Tank. But I was born in Guwahati, so I would like to show you a picture of this beautiful city. This is the place where I was born. I've been living in Gurugram for 15, 14 years, 13 years, but still, this is the city which lives in my heart. Uh, Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Kamaljeet Singh.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Kaljit Singh, and this is a picture I will be showing.
Just a second, Kamaljeet. 1 second. Yeah, can you show this once more?
I painted this on my wall.
Oh wow, that's so nice.
It's the birth of Adam. It's one of my favorite paintings.
Oh.
I have enrolled in BA honors in animation and gaming because I love to draw and 3D model. It's one of my favorite aspects of watching movies, the technical aspects that happen behind the scenes. Also love music, like my favorite artist is Girl in Red or Queen. Also, I'm from New Delhi. That's what I mentioned.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. And next we move on to Karthik Goyal. Karthik. Karthik Goyal. Okay. Karthik Mishra.
Good morning, everyone. Hello. And the picture I want to show is of this. This is a beach, and I've enrolled for the BJMC course, and I love going to beaches because that's the only place I find very peaceful, and that's a great place to take a nap. So yeah.
Great. Can we show that picture again? You quickly
Yeah.
removed it. You couldn't even see it properly.
Yeah.
Okay, you could do it a little at the back. 1 second, 1 second. Yeah, it's better now. Okay. So you've been to this place and clicked it yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. So this is exactly, where is it?
This is in Australia.
Okay, which coast?
I guess it was, I don't remember, I was really small. I went there like 2 years ago. I don't know. I'll tell you about this. I don't remember this.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So all the very best to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Karthik Goyal wants to speak anything? Karthik Goyal? Right. Khushbu Agarwal? Khushbu?
Yes, ma'am. My camera is not working properly, so I can't able to show the picture.
No problem. You can tell us about it.
Um, there's not much about me, but I am a business-minded person. My full name is Khushbu Agarwal. I'm a business-minded person. I also like to do photography, painting, sketching, normal hobbies like dancing, music. As well as I am a person who like to participate in different stuff. Like once I um, organized a workshop with one of my school teachers related to Olympiads that we do for economics, business studies. So I helped him in that, and I also like to do little bit of wedding photography sessions. I do for different people. Also, I do modeling for my juniors so that they can got some help in mass media subject. And yeah, that's it. There's a lot of things, but that speaks a lot about.
Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you, Khushbu. And I hope by the time your classes starts, you can get your camera up and about.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's move on. Kriti Pandey.
Hello, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
My name is Kriti and I have opted for the designing and I love to paint on canvases and do paper crafts. I have started my own business 1 year ago. I sell handmade gifts on people's query and request, and I don't have a device to show, but I can show one of my paintings.
Okay.
Just a second. Can you see it?
Yes, we can. Very nice.
I think
You
my
can just
camera is
put the
going somewhere
camera
else.
straight.
Wait a
Yeah.
second, ma'am. Can you see it?
Yeah, very clearly.
Yeah.
It's a very beautiful picture, I must say. Very well depicted.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Thank you, Kriti. Mahira Bhalla.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
good
I'm
afternoon.
Mahira Balla. I've opted for BBA LLB and I'm a model as well as a social media influencer. That's all.
Why don't you switch on your video?
Actually, there's no light here, so it's really dark.
Okay. Okay. So you are going to pursue your career in law?
Yeah,
Great, great.
I'm from Modern, Barakhamba.
Wonderful. Good to have an alumni from Modern Barakhamba.
Thank you.
I finished schooling there in 93.
You were from Modern Barakhamba or Vasant Vihar?
Modern Barakhamba.
Oh, okay.
We'll connect once you're in the campus.
Yeah.
Okay. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Manisha Joshi. Manisha Joshi is there. Manisha. Okay, Naina Gupta. Are you guys all there or are you all there? Yeah.
Hi, good
Yes,
afternoon,
Naina.
ma'am. Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm from Punjab and I opted for BBA LLB program. Also, I have my small business regarding paper pack manufacturing, designs, paper packs for crafting, handmade products and everything. I'll show one of the picture of my one paper pack. I guess it's not visible.
No, so just let it focus. It'll take a while to focus. Just put it a little away from the screen. It'll come.
Not visible.
It'll come. It'll come. Just hang on. Yeah, just hold on. Hold on. It's just coming. Very nice. You have made these yourself?
Yes, I have designed myself these paper packs.
Okay, that's wonderful.
And my
So
brand
how
name is Sniper Collections.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So how come from a business girl to a law aspirant?
Like law is my aim, my ambitions. I wanted to be a corporate lawyer as my father is in real estate. So after seeing my father, I really wish that I will become a lawyer and I wanted to become a lawyer. And this is just a small hobby by side by side.
Okay, wonderful and all the best to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll move on to Pranav now. Pranav.
A very good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Pranav Bhalla. I'm from Kiamangalam here for BBLLB. I am a foodie.
Pranav.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Pranav, can you be a little louder?
Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am. Hello.
Just speak a little louder. You are audible but faintly.
Yeah. Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Pranav Bhalla. I'm from Kiamangalam here for BBA LLB. I am a foodie. I love exercising and I play a lot of games. So here's a picture I want to show. Yeah. I weighed approximately 95 kgs at a time and now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So you balance both the things together?
Yeah, ma'am. I eat a lot and I exercise a lot, so things get balanced.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Pranav. Thanks very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, let's move on. Prashant Kumar. Prashant Kumar. Where are you guys? All physically present and mentally absent, is it? Prashant? Prashant, please switch on your audio video. Okay. Prerna Bhargav.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Prerna Bhargav, and I have enrolled myself for Computer Science Engineering (BTech). I currently live in New Delhi. My hometown is Rajasthan. Now, one thing I would like to tell you about me is that I'm kind of person who likes to explore new things and learn. There are many kind of interests I have. I have many hobbies like traveling. One photo I would like to share. This. This is when I visited Lonavala, Mumbai, with my brother. I really like to travel. My hobbies are dancing. I love pets. I have a pet which is really close to me. Uh, he's a pet. I have a dog. He's really close to me, and we all love us. So these are the kind of hobbies I have. Thank you.
All right. Great. What is your pet's name?
Summer.
Repeat that.
Summer.
Okay, great. So welcome to IILM and all the very best to you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Let's go to Prerna Vich. Prerna Vich, please. Please switch on your audio. You're not visible and audible also.
Wait, give me a second. Everything working?
Prerna,
can
unmute
you hear
yourself.
me? Wait, I'm unmuted. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
You'll be a little louder. We can't hear you.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me now?
A little more.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Prerna, and like I like movies, art, and I love history and political science. I think that's great. And yeah, I also like all sorts of art, music, or just drawings in general. And I love spending time with my dog. So I'm just gonna show you a picture of my dog. Okay, give me a second. She's not quite the poser, so this is a weird picture. So I apologize. Yeah,
That's okay.
and yeah. And yeah, that's all about me.
Okay, great. You are enrolled in which program?
BGMC.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Okay, welcome to IILM.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Prerna. Let's move on to Rishi Raj now.
Good afternoon. I'm Rishi Raj. I'm from Ranchi, and hopefully I'm audible, loud and clear, right?
Yeah, too much. What's the hurry? Be slow.
No, there's something wrong with my video camera. Can I have a minute and come back later?
Okay, no worries. Let us know in chat box when you're ready.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay. Ritika Raina. Ritika.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everybody. My name is Ritika Raina. I live in Gurgaon, and I enrolled myself for the course BCom Honors. Actually, I love to play tennis, but I had to leave it in between due to boards. And I am a big foodie, and I love cooking. So these are some dishes that I made. This is the picture of pizza that I made at my home.
Wow, it's too tempting. We would love to have an invitation.
Yes, and this is the cake which I made.
Wow.
Yes,
So great.
Thank you.
We are looking forward to some nice parties from your side.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ritika.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, let's move on now. Sahibpreet Kaur.
Yeah, hello everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Saipit. My name is Saipit Kaur and I'm from Delhi and I have enrolled for BDIS field and I'm a very jolly type person and I love to view nature things and traveling and eating it at all. And here's my painting. And this is me and my friend's painting, and I'm very much close to her. That's all. Thank you.
Wonderful. What's your friend's name?
Its name is Tishpreet.
Sorry?
Tishpreet. It's
okay.
Tishpreet. Yeah.
Okay. So currently, where are you based?
I'm in Delhi.
You're in Delhi. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Welcome to IILM, and I hope you have a good time here.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's go to Sarthak. Sarthak?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So my name is Sarthak. I have enrolled for BBA, and what what I like to do in my free time is to cook and to take photos. So the photo I have is this. It's butter chicken.
It's gone off the light, yeah.
It's butter chicken. That's what I made.
Great.
So that's all I have to say.
That's very nice. So where are you based right now?
Yeah.
You're in Gurgaon?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Fine. So all the best to you and thank you. And we are looking forward to your culinary skills in the future as well.
Thank you, ma'am.
So are you showing anything tomorrow in Talent Hunt?
No, ma'am.
You could cook up something very nice.
No, ma'am. I'm not that of a foodie person, but like I cook when like no one's at home.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Sarthak.
Thank you.
Shagun Ravish. Shagun.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, I'm Shagun Ravish, and I'll be pursuing BBA. And I'm a very crazy person. I love to do some crazy stuff, and I love gardening. So I'll show you a picture of a flower.
Okay.
I love sunflowers.
Very nice. So
So
you
yeah,
have them in
that's
your
it.
garden only?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Wonderful. You've enrolled for which program?
BBA.
BBA. And you're currently based in NCR only? Gurgaon. Okay, great, great. Welcome. Welcome to IILM. We'll see you, hopefully see all of you soon. Okay, thank you. Now, Shnauli Nath.
Hello.
Yes, you are
Yeah,
audible.
ma'am. I am not the student.
Oh, okay.
Mother. Tushita
Hello,
Nath
ma'am.
is the student. Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I hope you're enjoying this
Yeah,
session.
yeah. I'm enjoying thoroughly and following your full program.
Wonderful. So
Yeah,
where
yeah.
is
You can ask Tushita Nath. She's the student.
okay. We'll get back to her. Do you
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to say anything?
Thank you so much. I'm following.
Okay.
Carry on.
Thank you.
Okay.
Shreya Mahato. Shreya. Shreya, would you like to say anything? Okay, Siddharth Goyal.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, I'm Siddharth Goyal. I'm from Pacha School, Gurgaon. I live in Faridabad, and I've enrolled myself in BBA course. So, like, I'm very fond of cars, so I want to show you a picture of a racing event which I participated in. So,
wow, this is awesome.
This was in like when I was in Dubai, so I took part in a small car race, and like I came third.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So this is the picture which I wanted to show, and I love traveling, and I also like to play badminton, and I represented my school at district level in badminton. So, and I also I'm also very fond of cars. So that's the picture which I wanted to show.
Okay, great. Keep up your interests, and I hope the pandemic ends soon and you can pursue your passion again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Siddharth. All right, let's move on now. Sonali Sejwal.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Sonali. I'm from Gurgaon, and I have been enrolled in the BJMC program. So, about me, I'm into photography and I also like writing poetry. So, right now, I'll show you a photo shoot that I did with my sister a few days ago. So, If you can see, it's a black and white portrait photo shoot. Yeah, that's what I'm into. So basically, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. All the best and keep it up. Thank you. All right. Let's go on. Salman Nath. Salman.
Sorry, I'm the father of Tushita.
Okay, sir.
I'm enjoying. I'm following each and every student of yours. Wonderful session. Thank you, sir.
Great. Good to have you here, and I hope you are really enjoying
I'm
this
waiting for my
morning.
daughter to speak up.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sushant Yadav. Sushant. Sushant. Okay, maybe he's taking a break. Taranjeet Kaur.
Hi everyone, I'm Taranjeet.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I live in Haryana and I have enrolled for CDES, Interaction Design. And I love to dance, I love to bake, I love to hang out with Sahipri, she's my sister.
Okay. And any picture you want to show us?
Yeah, I baked a cake. That's a chessboard cake.
It's looking too scrumptious and already lunchtime and I want to just eat it now.
Yeah, and I love to draw mandalas too. Here's the
Wow.
one.
This is wonderful. This is too beautiful.
Thank you.
So I hope you can keep up all of these interests as you, continue your journey here in Ireland.
Sure.
All the best to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's go on. We next have now Tushita.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Am I audible?
Yes, crystal clear.
So I'm Tushita Nath. I'm from Delhi, and I have opted for BA Psychology. Sorry, I have opted for BA Psychology. I enjoy listening to music, and I'm into digital arts and sketches, and this is one of my paintings.
Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, clear. Very nice. So you are an artist aspiring to be a psychologist.
Yes, I want to be a therapist.
Okay, great. So all the best, and let's hope you have a very great learning experience here in IILM.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tushita. We'll go on to now Varun Narayan. Varun?
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
All right. Good afternoon. My name's Varun. Is my video? Okay. My name's Varun Narayan. I live in Gurgaon. Been in Gurgaon for like 15 years. Before that, Chandigarh. And I am enrolled in the BBA program. And mostly I'm just love solitary activities like reading, gaming, chilling with people, and occasionally traveling. Don't have a lot of photos of that. Just this one with the elephant in Hampi in Bangalore. But yeah, that's
Just
about
show
it.
it once more. You
Sorry.
were in a hurry to take it off.
My bad. That was somewhere near Bangalore. I think Hampi is the place, so that's called.
Okay.
But regardless, just mostly very solitary activities, to be honest. Very lots of reading, gaming, movies, and just hanging out. Not very interesting, to be honest. But yeah, been here. Very excited to start this course, to be honest, and just move on. That's about it.
Okay, great. So all the best to you, and let's see how it goes for you in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Great.
Should be
Thank
interesting.
you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Okay, so officially the list has ended, but there were some students who could not connect, who could not speak when their names were called out. Does anybody want to speak? This is the opportunity. Rishi, you want to connect again?
Yes, absolutely. It's working again. So yeah, I'm Rishi Raj. I'm from Ranchi, and I'm enrolled in the BTech course. So basically, I love web development, mainly Python, Django. And other than that, most of my time goes to my hobby about watches. So I am very interested in the art of like watchmaking and timepieces. I am a watch collector, and yeah, most of my time goes into Reddit, writing about watches, reading about watches, or Instagram. So yeah, I think I have a picture too. It's yeah, hopefully it's available. It's a watch piece. This is a Patek Philippe, which was a Patek Philippe 57040. Okay, I forgot more about it. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, that's about it. So sorry, I'm nervous.
So you also manage your time well if you're interested in watches?
Sorry?
Do you manage your time also well?
Yeah, I try to manage my time well.
Okay, with your interest in watches, I think it may be a given that, you know, you are a time smarter person.
Yeah, not very good with that, but yeah, I have definitely learned over early and
Okay.
to be productive. So that's
Okay.
about it. And I'm really excited to start the course.
Wonderful, and all the best to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so is there anyone else who wants to speak? There were a few students who we called out but did not respond. Anyone? Eva Singh. Eva? Okay. Anyone else? Because I'm not able to recollect now who's not able to speak. Okay. I think that's about there then. I had a great time listening and looking at all of you. And I sincerely hope that this little introduction about yourselves of an aspect which maybe other students did not know about will give you a good, common ground to talk and be with each other. So wish you all the very best. And over to you, Urvashi ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sona ma'am. It was a delight to have interacted and to have heard the students actually. All this while, it was all one-way communication. The dialogue certainly helped get to know them better. And through this activity, also, we understood a lot of the interest. And we really hope that all our extracurricular activities and our university and all that it has to offer will be beneficial and will bring out the best in you. So with that, we will be closing in for the first half of today's session. We will rejoin at 2 p.m. through the same link, right? So I repeat, rejoin through the same link on Zoom at 2 p.m., where we will be talking about the academic structure, the credits, and the course curriculum that you'll be going ahead with, right? So bon appetit, have your lunch, and quickly sign in back, preferably 5 minutes before 2 o'clock, just so that we're all well in time. Thank you.